raise my voice to the sky. Oh, liberty. Shout for the free. Let it ring you the cry. I'm gonna fight it on out. Fight for you and me. Lift up, lift up. Hear me singing now what we're battling for. Living free and brave now and evermore. On hallowed grounds where our forefathers trod, marching on to the beat of our heart's resolve. We're breaking these chains, oh history's embrace. Rising up, rising up. Standing tall for our rights in the light or the storm. Holding tight to the truth that our spirits adore.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Cheesecake night? Yeah, it was my choice, but apparently it wasn't my choice because somebody else thought it was her night. I can tell you that for a fact.
Hey, like I said, you can't do a cheesecake episode and not expect me to have a million recipes.
I was fine with that. Cheesecake's just a popular profile, which is one of the lines. I love it.
And you
Love
were
cheesecakes, custards, and milkshakes are my favorites. But yeah. So we're working on this. Okay, that's one of yours. What is a marker? Holy crap. Holy crap, hon. How many did you
What?
make? For real?
7.
Really? So Lady Liberty made 7 recipes for tonight. Holy wow.
Don't worry, I got them all pulled up so I can share them.
Now you're disqualified. You spelled first wrong.
Although
No.
I am, as usual, quite interested in one specific because Echo Dub, the one you have, I have never heard anyone try to make a cheesecake out of before. I need to know.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it when
I
we
was
get there.
waiting for you before. I think he had like 3 of them tonight.
Yeah, but one specifically, actually a couple, but there's one that's just like, whoa, talk about out of the box. But,
Yeah.
damn. What do we got? Yep, first, Mao's first, of course. Honestly, a
You spelled
donkey
it wrong,
show.
bro. He's disqualified. It goes to the runner-up, which is Lando.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
Lando's
Lando's
definitely-
disqualified for the donkey show. I think
well,
he
then
got caught.
Then I guess
He
it goes to Mallory Gates.
Mallory, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
that's where Bob is at that conference. Echo Dub, Lady Liberty. The Chapier. Hey, Chaper. Let's see.
Shapier wants good recipes, like recipes
Stephen
that
L.
need to be late.
Hoey. Been a while. Buster Bell. Rocky Tooney. Rocky, I did not get to it because I just helped the neighbor with a car. I was planning on using that raspberry tonight and using it in a cheesecake. I did not get a chance because I just helped the neighbor with his car. He might show up in chat tonight. I was asking about it. And CJ. Rocky Tooney. So anyhow, yeah, we got some interesting ones to go over tonight. Cheesecakes are always fun, delicious. I did try one a new flavor, so I got to sell them. I've never used technically. It's brand new.
Me too. And I bet
You
it's the
should-
same one.
You skipped Take Me to the Sea, bro. She's here.
Take me
What
to
up?
see. Wait a minute, I didn't see
Take Me
her.
to
There she is
See?
there. Take me to see. It's been forever.
I'm gonna
Good
slap
to see.
you, dude.
Buster Bell is here.
I hope there's a recipe. Yes, there is a take me to see recipe. It's a milkshake, but I don't care.
Actually, speaking of Take Me to the Sea, I made that waffle, the spiced caramel apple waffle thing from Take Me to the Sea. I haven't vaped it yet. It's still steeping. I made it, I think, I don't know, maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago. So should be ready, but I'm probably gonna give it another week or so before I actually taste it.
You see, makes solid recipes. If anybody's curious, solid recipe, no question about it.
Tim, tonight is a great time to break out the wild dot.
I'm agreeing. It might happen, Rocky, before the end of the show. I might do something improv.
I threw a bottle at him. He has a bottle to mix something.
I might wind up doing that for sure. I might actually just mix up your mix. Yeah, that one the other day you were sharing.
Oh
The
no, I hope
simpler
you're
one.
okay. I hope it's not like.
Oh no,
very
take me to see.
addictive.
That why we haven't seen much of you lately? Hate that. Hate it. Don't like it when people are running, going through things. Yeah, I do, and I haven't mixed. You know what? I haven't mixed live in a while. Plus, I haven't mixed anyone else's live in a while because trying to figure out where to go with everything now that the changes. I'm trying to make it so the content's more broad and helps more people because of the fact that we're missing the one show that used to be on to help.
Oh, thank God
Yeah.
I'm not alone with these guys. Oh,
Yeah, no, thank you,
for showing
Steven.
up.
Thank you, Steven. We appreciate it.
Oh, I was gonna
Yeah,
torture you
computer
so
was taking forever to load too.
I also appreciate Moo Dog being in the picture because that makes me happy. And I love that flooring. That's
Why do I have 19 things open? What the fuck?
But yeah, we got some good ones to go over here. Now I'm kind of excited. It's cheesecakes. I mean, cheesecakes and like I said, I see Take Me Seated milkshake, but yum. That's within my top 3 favorite profiles for me. I mean,
Yeah,
I like
Take Me Out.
lemonades.
I'll let you know if it works out.
I like lemonades. I like the melons. I like the summertime thing, but you know what it does to me? It gets old quick. And I'm over it. I'm ready for these like decadent, rich, desserty vapes again. The ones I love. Feeling it.
There's 2 problems with summer. One, I hate the heat. And then 2, I just don't really like fruit vapes like at all. So if we could just skip summer every year, that'd be fantastic.
And get yourself a nice stealth vape. You only have to fill once a day.
Yeah, I need one of those.
As long as the Lego block system and it works okay. Oh, you know what? It's still locked. Never mind. That's going to take a minute. That's why I locked it, because it was in the bag. On my way home, I took the bike to work.
I just want to say I am very upset and disappointed. After he claimed he missed us all so much while he was in Italy because he hasn't seen us.
Oh, you know what? It's still locked. Never mind.
Sorry.
It's not me.
Oh, okay. I was like, where'd that come from?
He's at his
That was me.
sister-in-law's and he'll be back for Tuesday. So Uncle Paul abandoned us for another night, and now I am disowning him.
Boo! That's why you can't trust Canadians.
Hey, I am convinced to spend way, way, way too much money for more entertainment.
Boo! This is
And
why
I
you can't
finally got Cassie to agree to it.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna spend a bunch more money for more content.
Oh, yeah. I had already agreed to it like before, and you kept like hemming and hawing, and I was like, dude.
Yeah,
here's a
because you gave me you threw a
justification for you
fit
to do
first.
it. More content. Just fucking do it.
So yeah, there's going to be a lot more money spent again on The Office that has nothing to do with that anyone's going to expect. I think the only one privy
You're gonna do it anyway.
there's only one person that's privy to the information. That's Frank from Wonder Flavors at the moment.
And I mean, I even told him he could spin it in a way to make you the hero, Steven.
Yeah,
and
there's
say
a way I
that
can
you
spin you to be
being
the
a
hero here,
Patreon
Steven.
is what is paying for this machine for more content.
Oh
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
channel.
Of course. So that's why I joined. I mean,
All right, so I might as well let the cat out of the bag.
Are you buying
I'm gonna
CNC
get.
machine?
we don't have water.
I wish. I wish.
Fine.
No, I'm gonna get a proper espresso machine, so that I can flavor the froth, the milk froth, and the rest of it. I want to really play with these flavors and see what they can do. I can already tell you right now, I'm 100% sure that coconut rum will be beautiful in it. And
You know, the
Frank
best person to
said
talk to-
buttercream frosting, and I agree too.
The best person for you to message before you buy anything coffee related. Go talk to Breezestone.
Breezetones.
I already
But-
use coconut creamer in my coffee. It's good. So
Exactly. So that coconut rum is really good in a regular coffee, a little bit of it. Only difference is that's the other reason for the LB501. It has enough range of a scale that I can actually weigh how much flavoring I put in. Fair. Which was another reason for the LB501.
hey, Mallory.
Mallory, that's hilarious.
What's Mallory got here? I'm almost
Yeah.
afraid.
Yeah.
Mallory kind of
Yeah.
scares me sometimes.
You have to understand the reference to find this picture funny.
Ooh. Oh.
Jeez.
I need about 350.
Oh
I
God.
know,
I'm
great.
gonna need about 350.
Hold on.
So the Loch Ness monster showed up at my door dressed up like a Girl Scout.
All right, let's go over some of these weird things. I gotta get into
Yeah,
some of
where
these
you-
by episode.
Yeah, that's funny as shit.
No,
Ugh.
monster, please don't eat my family.
And before he starts the recipe, I'm gonna put some DX peanut butter from TPA in my coffee right now because that just will go with this peanut butter cheesecake I made. Like butter.
Oops, oops, oops. What's going on?
Question: what do I want mine?
I don't know.
What's going on here?
This just happened to be sitting on my desk, and my flavors aren't like in arm's reach anymore. They're on the shelf.
I mean, because this is also going to help me when it comes to do what ones. I've been thinking. I mean,
Oh, really?
some flavors of
That's awesome, CJ.
peanut butter cheesecake that can be good. It can be if it's done right. Sometimes the peanut butters work, and sometimes they don't.
I
It's
mean,
just-
I offered to let you try this, but I left it in the office because I wanted
Max,
it to
lay down.
steep a little more.
Lay down.
The only one you've tried so far is the
Down.
other one that I've been vaping on. It's almost gone.
Wow, I think he took his special pills. Okay, the dog. He's a little out of it today. Old boy. It's rainy. Crappy out. Any case, McKay cheesecake, right? Key. MAQUI. Key. I think it. So he's got blueberry TPA extra at 1, brie cheese flavora at 0.2. This is going to be an interesting cheesecake. Oh, it's a McKee berry, Mackay or McKee berry there from wild berry jam from Cap. Okay, that's one of that new one. At 3, mascarpone cream cheese from Wonder Flavors at 1, and New York cheesecake from Cap at 3.
Oh, interesting.
That sounds interesting.
That's gotta have some serious funk, and that might actually work nicely. I'm just thinking. Okay. Berries are great. Cap. The jam is great. Cheesecake is great. Mascarpone is great. Well, let's mash all the greatness together and enjoy. Here, paired the berry with the blueberry extra. Cheesecake gets some extras from the mascarpone. Brie, cheese them. Cheese them. It's a bit funky after mixing. Yeah, but it's an interesting idea. I kind of like the idea. It's different. That's going to be a funky cheesecake, but I see that working. It'll be unique. Definitely
Chilean.
not a boring
Oh,
cheesecake. Boring cheesecake. Wonder how long did you let it steep? You got anything on here but how long you let it steep? I'm wondering after a longer steep if that'll actually settle, that brie cheese will really settle into that whole cheesecake
He
liquid.
just said he thinks it's the wrong blueberry for this recipe. Maybe he's gonna redo it with something else. And he steeped it for 5 days.
Well, if you actually want the true jamminess, maybe something like Flavor West.
Yeah.
Because I have found that something about that sweet, almost candied effect kind of really pulls out. Candied yet sign of almost real. Does actually pull off jams. I used it tonight. I found that that's my go-to for trying to really pull out a jamminess.
Yeah. That Flavor West with the blueberry jam from Wonder Flavors, just like
That's what I did.
now you put a little medicine flower blueberry in there and just like next level.
Elevates it. Yes, it. I have found that the medicine flowers are typically elevators for me, except for the dark chocolate, because sadly,
Yeah. My
Nutter-
elevators are usually at the mall.
Nutter Butter Peanut Butter Cheesecake. Hey, straight vaping. Here you go, CJ. What does he got here? He's got AP from TPA at 0.3. This might be a smart use of it with it. Caramel Original TPA at 1.5. Okay. Cream cheese icing LA at 1. Marshmallow raw VSO at 0.75. I like where he's going with this. That's going to smooth things out. New York cheesecake from Cap at 3. Peanut butter from Cap at 2. Peanut butter from TPA at 4. Super sweet from Cap at 0.5. Ultimate biscuit from Flavor Jungle at 3.5. Good use of the new flavor since the old one is going to be available. Make it longer lasting recipe. Vanilla cream cookie filling from Sterling Cloud at 2. And yogurt from Flavor West at 1.8. You're seriously gonna have to get the list of all the flavorings. Seeing more and more of these pop up. I know it's only 2-3 people, but still, more of them pop up.
Hmm?
The Sterling Cloud.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
get a full list of the whole line. Creamy cheesecake with Nutter Butters, peanut butter chunks drizzled with buttery caramel sauce. I recommend trying this one. It's a banger. Nutter butter, peanut butter cheesecake. AP's helping the Nutter Butter. Got 2 peanut butters in there, and then you got that nice caramel. Caramel original TPA is pretty good. Yeah. I like that you didn't go way heavy with the cheesecake in there because you do want everything else to shine too. You want the cheesecake to be present, and New York does definitely show up. You're not hiding that. I like that. See, that's one where if you make it nice and creamy and smooth, take away from the peanut butter. You're already doing that a little bit with the cream cookie filling. Which I'm assuming gonna add a little bit of smoothness. Yeah, they've been around for a little while. They've been more recently started to be.
Who was it? Fiddy's saying that the Sterling Cloud is Apex flavors.
Yeah, I think there's like Sterling Cloud to Apex. There's another cloud name they all go under. We got to get the line, like the full line list, because it's gonna be one of those things you gotta collect them all type thing. And yeah, I'm gonna need that because I'm pretty sure that Odie doesn't have that on his database yet. Still working on that. I am getting closer on that. The bins came in today, but some of them are broken, so we'll see how this works.
Oh man, it sucks.
Yeah, it does.
At least all the flavorings are in his office now, so he should be able to get his own.
Like glass.
No, they're plastic.
Oh,
but
damn.
They take such good care of it in trans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Okay.
did sound like he dropped that box pretty hard when he dropped it on the porch too. So
The other one was postponed until Tuesday now
oh,
because
okay.
I actually ordered multiple packs and it came separate. But pear cheesecake. This is one I was talking about. I was like, pear cheesecake.
That sounds interesting.
That's almost like contradictory textures.
I was looking at that and I was very.
I'm really curious if you can
Curious.
pull this off, Echo Dub. Then I am super impressed if this pulls off. Like texture wise, seems like it'd be a weird go at, but if you can get it just right, I like this. So Brandy from FA at 0.5. Okay, so if you're going to kind of like it, yeah, okay. Brandy VSO at 0.5. I see that. That would help a lot. Cheesecake from Flavora at 0.5. Don't see that used often. New York cheesecake from Cap at 3. Pear from Inawera at 1.3. And then vanilla buttercream frosting from VTA at 1. Anybody else super curious on what this tastes like exactly? Because I'm kind of thinking through, but and that pear from Inawera is not a bad pear. It's a pretty good pear.
Yes, Echo Dub. I need more information.
Yeah. A simple cheesecake with pear. That's not simple. You added pear to a cheesecake. That's not simple right there.
What is
Spiced
it?
up a little bit of brandy and vanilla cream frosting. Love the idea of the brandy. Really good after 3 to 5 days. The brandy and vanilla really come together after that. Am I the only one that's never heard of a pear cheesecake before?
No.
Yes. I never heard of it.
I'm really, really interested in that one. That's 2 in a row out of the box, but that one there's
I mean, come on, it's Echo Dub. Of course they're gonna be
exactly. I mean, I love the chances he takes. I mean, you're gonna have more failures, but you're gonna have those special moments when you do something like that.
Think about it like a lemon cheesecake. The
a cup of
pears
tea and
is
slice of
just
tea.
in there as a fruity layer.
Cup of tea.
Yeah. Okay. My fear would be whether or not the that like fleshiness of the pear sitting in too much. You gotta be careful. If you get too much of that flesh, it's really gonna make your cheesecake weird. The way it sits on your tongue. But the flavoring, not the real thing. So maybe not. Or would have thought of trying those together, but again, we're talking flavoring, so completely different realm. I think I've had an attempt at an apple pie cheesecake before. It was a miserable, terrible idea. Not talking in vape. I mean real life. Did
It
not work.
can be done though, because I have made an apple pie cheesecake. You have to do it right, or the
Yeah.
consistency is
Well,
gonna
that's
get
what happened is they tried to put like the apple pie topping and stuff kind of over top as a drizzle, and it literally like gooed up and messed up the cheesecake. It was just pop. What it was.
right. Here's the trick. You make a really nice apple pie and you take a slice and you just chop the fuck out of it and mix it into your cream cheese cake base. There you go. That's a trick.
We also got another one from Echo Dub. Cookie Monster Cheesecake. This sounds more legit like normal. Let's see what he's got. Bakery Spice Blend VTA at 0.1. Not your typical thing to put in cheesecake, but I can see it. Biscuit Speculoos from Noms at 1.5. That's got a little bit of it too. That's going to be interesting so far. Not your typical like cookie. Cheesecake Graham Crust TPA at 3. Chocolate from VSO at 0.7. 7, I think we're kind of rounding the thicker chocolate at that point. A little more cocoa-y. O's Cookies from 101 at 2. That's one of the ones we never did pick up yet. Sweetness Flavora at 0.3 and Vanilla Swirl TPA at 1.5. Okay. Okay, so it's going to be like this parts of this, like the bakery spice bun, the biscuit speculoos is going to pull towards a little bit more towards your crust. And then you got your chocolate, your O's, and your vanilla swirl and stuff's really going to pull you together your inside. Oh, wait a minute here. What's making it green? Okay. So created for the recipes, not my idea. I just came up with it on the web and turned it into a recipe. Yep. Flavor Bender Cookie Monster Cheesecake Secret Layer Cakes Cookbook. It sure looks nice. Vaping it is basically what it says: cheesecake, cookie, and chocolate. I tried to go fancy with a bit of bakery spice and some biscuit speculoos. Okay, that's what I thought that was for.
I think it's
But
blue
why
be-
is it? I like this. Other than the fact the Cookie Monster's blue, I can't figure out why that's blue. It's gotta be just dyed, right? Because there's nothing in here. At least I didn't look at the recipe yet. Nothing up there is showing me like it's gonna be blue.
mint.
Yeah, I know. It makes me think it's supposed to be mint, but there's no mint. So I'm thinking it's just blue food dye to make it look really interesting and appetizing for kids. I like this bark layer on the outside, this chocolate bark layer. My stepdad made me a chocolate cake for my, I think, 21st or 22nd birthday that was chocolate bark layer. It was literally a chocolate German chocolate cake with a chocolate like bark on it that was like a half an inch thick almost. It was the most chocolatey thing I've ever eaten in my life. 1 or 2 bites and I couldn't eat anymore. That's how rich it was. And that's what that bark layer always reminds me of. Yeah, nice thick bark.
Rocky said Bob would put blue raz in it. You can't deny it.
I would argue, but speaking of blue raz, you probably could. It's already out, so we can talk about that. The blue raz from Ultimate is different. It's like someone genetically altered a raspberry to make it blue. It tastes like a real blue raz. Like someone made a real version of blue raz. It's not your typical syrupy, like fake blue raz flavor that you're used to. It's like someone made a genetically altered blue raspberry. It's interesting.
I don't get the consistency of the candy, but I get the blue raz flavor from like an Airhead or the blue raspberry gum tape.
Just more natural. Weird. Yeah, it's actually quite nice, but different. I don't think you'd grab it for your regular blue raspberry. If you want to try anything Echo Dub, I'd recommend you got it or available to grab it. I could see you using that in weird ways, where you just like you did the berry tonight.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's that. This is like one of those weird berry things. It's just yeah,
And
pretty
it
cool.
also has that nice juicy like pop in it, like when you bite into a raspberry. It's a very interesting flavor.
WS5, I did not use high when I tested it. It's just kind of testing it to the WS23. I did get some feedback that it might work to add fizz like sensation at 0.5 or higher. So like add it to your like fizzy sherbets or whatever, and it might actually add a little bit of fizz. I could get it because it had that weird like dulling sensation in it. There was something in there that just kind of like didn't like you put a WS23 the fruit and it kind of brightens it up. This one actually kind of more clouds it up. Like it might have like a slight dull, almost vanilla-ish note in there. So yeah, that kind of makes sense. But it's not really a flavor. It's more like a sensation. Interesting. I didn't test it. She would not test the WS5. I tried.
No, no.
We'd have to call it the Echo Dub recipe week.
Yeah,
We would.
no joke. Joke. I do love it though. Let's make sure this isn't something that I need to let you guys know about before I go on. Okay. So that is okay. Back here. And what just happened to my phone?
This
So
is why we don't play with our phones.
well,
when
no,
we
this
play.
is actually it has to do with the show. Drew sent a picture of try to show it here, but that's the way he's got his flavorings organized, and that's kind of like similar-ish to what I'm doing, except for I did a closed cabinet. What I'm going to be doing, except for I'm going to use totes, so bins, so I can pull them out, style like Fresh's bins, and what Wayne uses for now, until I can get to the closet, and then it will be like that, but there'll be pull-out drawer shelves like that with the flavors all on them, with automatic lights and stuff on. That's my plan. Yes, I'm going to spend a fortune on that closet.
Thousands of dollars later.
Not a joke.
It's stupid. It really is, but whatever. There's no stopping him.
He's gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, I can make it beautiful. It's going to take about a year probably to get it done, or 6 months minimum, but that's actually a nice little setup there. It's nice and easy to use. I like everything's flat and it's organized and easy to find. All the bigger bottles on the top. That makes sense. As you grow, you'll realize that won't work as easy. Once you get to a certain point, you give up on that theory. You still have that nice organized looking. Used to.
Never.
Oh,
So we got here, they got this Take Me to See Strasberry milkshake. So we got Clotted Cream SSA 0.5. Cassie's interested. French Vanilla Thick from Wonder Flavors 1.5. Still got her interested. Raspberry Jam from Noms 1.5. Okay, we're still winning. Strawberry Jam from 101 at 3. Cassie got a little less. It's still a pretty good flavor. Sugar Cookie V2 from Cap at 2. Super Sweet from Cap at 1. Ultimate Sweet Strawberry from Flavor Jungle at 3. And Vanilla Bean Ice Cream Cap at 2. ESB Cheesecake and Aware at 1.5. So technically, this is like a milkshake / cheesecake. Called cheesecake. Now, that Yesu cheesecake does work good in this situation. I found it worked. Yesu cheesecake and vanilla pudding are both really good additives for cream to thicken stuff up and give it a little unique taste. God, that looks delicious. So we got a loaded milkshake with strawberries, tangy raspberries, creamy vanilla ice cream, accented with thickened with cookies and cheesecake, sweetened to taste.
Take Me to
And
the Sea said it's an accent.
yeah, the accent, the Sweet Cheesecake at 1.5, an accent flavor.
And also, Echo Dove, is this better? I turned the volume up a little bit.
Shake, rattle, and roll. Yeah, I'd get flagged. I can't collect. Okay. I thought about it. It's like, is that old enough to get away with? Nah, I wouldn't get away with it. You know how they are.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Do you want me to put that Wayne's background up? Can you hear me now, the Verizon guy? That looks really good.
You got it.
Nice jamminess in there. Jams going on. Nice thicken it up. Yeah, Sweet Cheesecake. I'll thicken it up and accent it. Cookie in there. Yeah, that's going to be good. Take me to see.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I was just going to address this real quick. So if I'm ever really quiet or anything, just let me know, guys, because I have a Zoom doctor's appointment every Friday and it messes with my settings every time because they use a different platform than Zoom.
Oh,
It's
you should.
stupid,
This
but
was
Okay,
awesome. I'm sitting out in the living room. Oh, thank you, Seymour. Awesome. Thank you very much. I like the little lemon.
dude,
Did anyone else hear
Samba
music when they
just
see
popped into my freaking head.
Is anyone else hearing music? Just seeing that is so weird. How are you hearing a beat? How am I hearing a beat in my head?
I literally just said the seventh floor tango.
Yep.
Watch the freaking vlog too much.
So I'm sitting out here in the living room. This computer. All of a sudden, I just hear these loud voices. This loud voice coming through, basically yelling through my soundbar. She somehow connected her computer to my soundbar, and she couldn't hear her doctor through there. It was coming out here
I
scaring the
didn't
crap out.
touch anything. My mouse was not even on my desk because Ashley was in here with me. I have no idea how it switched. He thinks it was something going on with their end because it's a new server they're using and it's still got some bugs. But I
Didn't
still
really
don't
affect it.
understand how that worked.
Damn you! Now that's in my head. I'm hearing seventh floor tango now.
Jesus, CJ.
It was bad enough I was hearing a beat. Now I'm actually putting it to that beat, and I can. Yeah, damn it. Addie used to do that whenever he did little salsa dancers. Addie used to get me with that and make me think of it. All right, so we got this one, raspberry cheesecake, live mixing. I think someone's trying to get me to mix this. So he's got cheesecake Olympus FA at 2, creme fraiche from FA at 1, Greek yogurt TPA at 1, premium raspberry SSA at 1.5, wild raspberry from medicine flower at 0.6. Oh, it's not my stash yet, but here yes, we cheesecake and we're at 3. Okay, I'm getting what you're putting down here, Rocky. Live mixing, Q&A, discussion of flavor and mix techniques. Exactly. And by the way, never be afraid to ask anything in chat or suggest a profile maybe we can go over. Granted, if it's not a super popular profile, it may or may not make it. But if it's something that's pretty common, usually someone will either jump on it, help you in chat with the recipe, or we can go over. And I don't mind doing that. I love it when we get to go over something that's audience. That's something new too. I am going to, since the Patreon is starting to pick up a little bit, I am going to start, as it picks up more, putting votes in there for what we go over for major profiles. Start being a vote-based system in there. And there is a free level to the Patreon, so you can join for free and still vote. That is on the website. Oh, I'll be right back. No.
Dexter, you're in charge.
This is a friendly reminder. There's only 3 likes on the video. There's 23 people watching, so 20 of you out there need to go ahead and punch that like button like you want to punch your boss. Thanks for that.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh shit! Now you're really in charge. 1, 2, 3, not it.
Well, I'm not in charge. I'm definitely not in charge. Talks amongst yourself. Listen, we'll talk about whatever you guys want.
I'll be right back.
Put your comments in the chat. You got questions?
What are you working at? Quit. I don't know any jokes. Not off the top of my head.
I don't know either. Then put a thumbs down. Look, either way, it helps the SEO, bro. Honestly, like any rating actually helps. YouTube is fucking weird. The way their analytics work is crazy.
Well, dog just had an accident, so getting old. Probably got worked up because it's gone to work all day. Then I came home, went back outside, so it probably didn't help him. He's got a nervous stomach. Anyhow, yeah, where were we at? Yeah, if anything is going to do, the Patreon actually is going to be starting to have a little bit more weight, and it doesn't matter if you're on a free tier or not. Just trying to think if people are actually going to be in there. I want it to actually be worth something for them. So yeah, I will look up and put it in chat because I never have ever pushed it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels weird. It still feels weird, to be honest with you. And
There needs to be like a meh button instead of like a thumbs up or a thumbs down. There needs to be like a
meh.
The show was okay.
Yeah. There's the Patreon, so we can actually do more content. Because as content comes out, there's going to be questions on whether or not. And I got to also figure out another platform. I mean, and anybody can put it in chat. What's the best platform to get to the most people to get a nice rounded theory on if something is questionable about what content you'd like better? I'd like to be able to ask the biggest section, not just the people on the live, because there's a good amount of people on the live, but there's also a lot of replay crew that might think differently. And not all shows are the same, whether they're live or replay. So I always find that I always question these things. Think about this stuff, believe it or not, a lot more than I should. Ironically, we were actually the ladies, and now she's helping. So here we go. I can go over mine quick. Here we got okay, so I made this the other day just before I even did the single flavor testing for the ultimate coconut milk, ultimate toasted coconut cheesecake ? I want to see how this turned out. I made my own crust with brown sugar cookie from Wonder Flavors at 1.5 and cookie from crumble from Cap at 1.5. Super sweet Perillum at 1/2, standard for me. Toasted coconut cheesecake Perillum at 3, of course. Ultimate coconut milk from Flavor Jungle at 1.5. And I did only use that in this for a reason because I want to see what it actually did. Vanilla pudding from Flavora at 0.75 to add a little bit of sweetness and texture. And Yes Sweet Cheesecake Cannerware at 2.5. This I have it right here. It's actually really, really good. It is a little extra on the milky side. That coconut milk actually is on the like thinner milk side. But it also has that realistic vibe to it. So I went with that there, and then I mixed this. I made a toasted coconut blueberry cheesecake. So I just added the Flavor West at 2% and the blueberry jam at 2.5 from Wonder Flavors. And then I also added the desiccated coconut VTA at 1%. Kind of give it a little bit more thicker texture. I was already planning it before I talked to you, but
I made mine first.
Yeah, but never mind. Anyways, yeah, the desiccated coconut to add a little bit of thickness, but I did really like the way that the ultimate coconut milk kind of added a little coconut flavor that wasn't like suntan lotion, and it definitely moistened up the mix quite a bit. And this here, it still needs a little bit of a steep. A blueberry jam for me is not perfect off the shake. I need at least 3 days to 7 to really get that coconut, that blueberry jam kind of settle down to where I want it for me. But actually, so far, pretty good. I'm still sticking with the ultimate, the original one, tester first, so that steeps for a few days and more. But yeah, that is a really good flavor. Ironically,
I'm
with
sorry,
the top
what flavor are
flavors,
we on?
what flavor? The ultimate, what was it? Coconut milk, ultimate coconut milk from Flavor Jungle.
Oh.
That was a good one. The blue raz was really good. There was a few, but yeah.
He told
And
me
all
to
I
tell
have
him a
is
joke.
ladies on. Tell him a joke. Yes.
Told me to tell him a joke, so I put it in the chat.
Didn't like it as a kid. He won't like it as an adult. That's not always true, though. What do we got here from Kerplop? Oh, God. Should I save this Kerplop until she gets back? It's almost going to be back in just a minute. And
Say-
oh, she
say
can
what?
hear me. It's supposed to be more fun. This might be more fun. I can get hit. This is probably worse. MIG with argon cheesecake. Well, anyone who welds understands what MIG with argon is.
Fuck you.
Biscuit. Oh, it's just argon. It's going to save it. Yeah, that's it. Stopping the oxidation. Biscuit flavor Inawera flavors Inawera at 0.75. Cheesecake graham crust TPA at 2. Not sure that's the right one, but condensed milk Perillum at 0.75. Lemonade from LA at 0.5. Raspberry syrup MSSA at 1.5. Raspberry sweet TPA at 1. Strawberry cheesecake Wonder Flavors at 4, and super sweet from Cap at 0.5. Syrupy layer, a little sweetness, a little candied sweetness almost level. A little bit of lemonade in there. Touch. Condensed milk Perillum, good idea. Graham crust, and then the biscuit Inawera. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure I'm going to get quite enough of the argon flavor in this, but I think you got the MIG down right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's no picture of a welder or anybody tripping over one.
Where's Bob when you need him?
I would try that. I mean, that LA lemonade, using that as your bumper, like different lemonades might work. And that being a faker lemon, well, kind of not faker, but sweeter, kind of more saturated lemon kind of flavor. I could see that working. It's going to give you that syrupy vibe at that lower level. There's Bob right there. Bob is there. In chat.
There you go. No, I wanted that background that Steve put up.
The welder?
Which
or
one?
Change
The
it
other one?
back.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
just
it is
fun.
best that she was away from the computer, huh? Maybe.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Argon CO2 for steel. Yep. Straight argon for aluminum. Yep.
Hey.
What?
I'm gonna-
She's telling me she's gonna let the dog through and hook him. If I don't hook him, he'll wander off and get in trouble. But yet, if I hook him, he'll stay right freaking whole time. You know how it is, a crate dog. Who sits outside the crate, but it's always got to be next to it, right, Steven?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that don't make any sense. They're weird. And gets jealous when the other ones go in. Oh, Swaggy. Hey, Swaggy. Won't be long. We'll be getting into that. Cassie reminded me we're getting closer to pumpkin time. Just to warn you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Mentioned pumpkin. She's mentioned the pure pumpkin and the pure cranberry again lately. Be ready for those to be coming fairly soon. See, he's yelling
Well, I
in the
mean,
other room.
listen, fall's right around the corner, bud. So it's almost pumpkin season.
Yes, pumpkins are growing already.
Pumpkin and cranberry.
Cranberry would be more like Thanksgiving for me, but
I'm ready
yeah.
for pumpkin weather. Start of the heat.
Almost that
Yeah,
season.
I just want to see what Echo does with like that cranberry jelly.
I'll be honest, that sounds really good. Yeah, hook it.
All right. Well, since they're not here, I guess I'm gonna go over mine. I as well keep the show going.
Go for it. Go for it. I'm done.
If Zoom will actually do what I fucking want it to.
I agree, Bob. Cassie made pumpkin recipes for the next 8 years. Agreed.
It's made all my computers run slower somehow.
Yo, Zoom is broken on my MacBook. I'm not even kidding.
It took mine forever to load to get in here.
Like I still see all my notifications popping up in the top corner. Everything else is still running smooth. Zoom, as soon as I hit that fucking share button, it just highlights and doesn't do anything. So I guess I'm gonna have to make these fucking public and get Tim to share them. Which is annoying as shit because I do not like to make things public unless it's done.
I was muted.
For the best.
Damn it, who told her?
Why was it for the best? I just said,
Because
"Oh,
Bob can't
Duchess,
vote.
Bob is thinking of you."
Bob can't voice his opinion verbally, so you can't either.
Fair is fair.
Bless you.
Thank you. Bob can't voice his opinion verbally, so neither can you. Oh, please.
Oh,
And
fucking
then,
go in.
don't you worry, we still got at least 7 recipes by Lady Liberty.
Yeah.
I gotta go edit all these recipes now and then change them all back when I'm done.
You're frozen, Duchess.
Yeah, I know, because fucking Zoom is stupid as shit. I might actually have to like leave and then come back.
He had to do this the other night in the after show. It was really frustrating.
Yeah,
Let me see.
it's really so dumb, and I don't know
Let me
why
see
it
if
does
mine
this.
works.
All right.
You want me to do mine instead?
You guys do what you need to do. I have to force quit fucking Zoom again because it's broken on my Mac. So that's great.
Yes.
I don't know why their fucking developers can't, not break shit, but all right, whatever.
The hell dumb.
But I'll be back.
Okay.
All right.
Good to see you.
Let me see if mine will work. Hang on.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Cassie could probably show us a couple cheese.
Oh, maybe 1 or 2 or 7.
You want me to do it or are you going to do it?
Oh, are you going, Steven? You can go
Well, I was
first.
gonna
You
see
can
if
go,
I'm going to see if my Zoom works. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let's see if share works. Can y'all see that?
It's going really slow, but I think it's gonna work.
As it's loading. There it is.
There we go.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah. All right. White chocolate pistachio cheesecake. Cheesecake graham crust 3%. Pistachio Favora 1%. Sweetness Favora at 0.5. White chocolate Favora 1%. And yes, we cheesecake and aware at 3%. I don't think I put a picture on. Hello. There we go. Yeah, I did. All
It
right.
went with the most natural tasting pistachios.
I don't know why my wow, this thing is okay. Here we go. All right. My scroll was broken. My scroll was broken. And then I got this one just for this is I made this a long time ago, but I like this a lot. Banana pudding cheesecake, banana Flora at 1%, banana Foster TPA at 3.5, Cheesecake graham crust, TPA at 3. Bought cream, SSA 1.5. Cream Flavora 1.5. Crispy donut Flavora 1%. Soft banana mulberry or SSA 3%. Sweetness Flavora 0.25. Because all this other shit's already real sweet, so I dropped the sweetness on this one. Vanilla pudding Flavora at 2%, and yes, we cheesecake anywhere at 3. Just got that good picture. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Banana.
I think. Give me a second. My recipes. How long is this gonna take? Forever? It's just gonna take forever. Loading, loading, rebuilding, rebuilding.
Is the internet crashing for everyone?
I have a bunch of 12 cheesecakes, but I didn't know which ones to throw on tonight, so I just picked the 2 best ones I had.
Hmm.
But all right, let me stop sharing. Stop sharing.
Yeah, I'm not going to go over all my cheesecake. That might take a little while. Oh, that's just a bag.
That's what I told you, Tim.
All right. Listen, I just sent them all to your fucking Discord so you can just pull them up. Because I'm not about to fuck with Zoom tonight. I'm not playing that fucking game.
All right. So while Tim's finding those, I'll go over these real quick. All right. So the first one is a bourbon cheesecake V2. I made a bourbon before cheesecake and it was really good, but I used Swaggy's bourbon. So I wanted to do one with flavors that were still available. So I've got bourbon aged cream wonder flavor at 1.5, cheesecake Grand Perulum at 2, Kentucky bourbon TPA at 2, Madagascar bourbon vanilla TPA at 1.5. Those 3 bourbon flavors right there is like my trinity of awesomeness. New York cheesecake Perulum at 3, super sweet Perulum at 1, and toasted coconut cheesecake Perulum at 3.
Dude, that picture looks amazing.
I couldn't get one without freaking berries. It was pissing me off.
I feel like you could get drunk off that.
And I won't go over the whole thing this time because it's basically the same thing. I just added maple syrup SSA at 3%. I have been vaping this for like a day and it's almost gone. It's amazing. This is the one you've tried, Tim.
Yep. Actually, really good.
And then I did
The room
peanut
note.
butter. Huh?
The room note on that one's really. Room smells delicious.
Like he started drooling when I first vaped it because he's like, "Oh, what is that?"
Mm.
All right, so peanut butter cheesecake. I did buttercream peanut butter wonder flavor at 1.5, cheesecake Perulum at 2, peanut butter DX TPA at 4, super sweet Perulum at 1, taffy peanut butter wonder flavor at 1.25, toasted coconut cheesecake Perulum at 3, vanilla custard cheesecake 1-on-1 at 2, and yes we cheesecake and Wera at 3.
Oh, sorry. Real quick, pause. Hold, please. I don't know if this was announced earlier or not, or if anyone even noticed, but Seymour 499, thanks for the $5 little super animation thingy. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Super stickers. There you go. I'm pretty sure that Tim enjoys those. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one we were talking about that made me think a beat in my head, and then she said 7th floor tango. I was like, damn you, now it's in my head. And
Oh,
every time I
that
saw
was
him doing
my
the little
first-
shake,
Look,
every time I saw him
just
do a
saw
little
it.
shake.
I just saw
Yeah.
it right now because I was like, why do I have a notification on the fucking
Yeah.
chat if I've been reading the whole thing?
Oh, that was actually kind of cute. I remember the reading out the actual animation thing they used to do, and that's what she said.
Yeah.
And then Michelle then used to read her version of what she thought it meant, and it was sometimes quite interesting.
Michelle's better.
Usually they were quite dirty.
All right. Key lime cheesecake with raspberry jam. Cheesecake Perulum at 3. Key lime wonder TPA rather at 2.5. New York cheesecake Perulum at 3. Raspberry jam from Noms at 2. Super sweet Perulum at 1. Sweet lime from Noms at 1. Toasted coconut cheesecake Perulum at 3. And wild raspberry cap at 1.
You made this before we had the new wild raspberry, didn't you?
Yes, like the day before I mixed it. And I was like, you son of a bitch.
Oh, just so you know, Rocky, just her smelling that, she started drooling.
Also same with this one. White chocolate raspberry cheesecake D3. So since premium raspberry is no longer going to be a thing, I have to play with my white chocolate raspberry cheesecake again. So cheesecake graham pearlum at 2, raspberry jam from Noms at 2, super sweet pearlum at 1, toasted coconut cheesecake pearlum at 3, vanilla custard cheesecake 1-on-1, white chocolate flavora and VSO at 1.5 each, wild raspberry from Cap at 2, and Yes Sweet cheesecake Inuera at 3. So I switched up the premium raspberry for the raspberry jam and the wild raspberry from Cap. And I also added the vanilla custard cheesecake 1-on-1 just to keep it a little bit smoother.
That SSA premium raspberry going away for me. A negative game changer.
So sad.
I found the raspberry I like. Taking it away instantly.
I'm gonna do this one next real quick because I want that one last. So the queso de cake, instead of making a V2, which I should have, I just changed the flavor. I just took out the blackberry mojito from Flavor West and put blackberry cap in at 3 instead. Just the mojito part was just giving it a little too much bite for this. So that was
Yeah, that
it's much
mojito
better.
actually does have a legit bite to it.
Mhm.
Talking about the Wonder flavors?
No, the
Which one?
Flavor West blackberry mojito.
Oh, the blackberry. The one we got because of Addie.
All right. And the last one is a toasted coconut cheesecake with chocolate drizzle. This one is because of that ultimate coconut milk. Haha. Cheesecake graham pearlum at 2, chocolate chunks from Wonder Flavor at 1.5, chocolate mousse SSA at 1.5, desiccated coconut VTA at 1.25, super sweet pearlum at 1, toasted coconut cheesecake pearlum at 3, ultimate coconut milk from Flavor Jungle at 1.5, and Yes Sweet cheesecake
Flavor
Impera
Jungle.
at 3. Yeah, look at that! It looks like a s'mores in a cheesecake.
It does. It looks like
Mm.
a Samoa.
Yeah, that's what I meant. A
You said
Samoa. Yeah.
Samoa cheesecake.
Damn.
I could get
Yeah.
behind a Samoa cheesecake. I could get behind that. Yeah.
Right, are you done? Overachiever?
Yeah, you ready? So I can share Duchess's really nicely named
Yeah,
situation.
dude.
Oh yeah, the key
Listen,
lime one. I
I
will
got-
knuckle that right now. I don't have anything dry to test.
I got
So
the
we'll start
perfect-
with this
I got the perfect
one.
name. Which one?
Because let's start with because
Oh,
that
okay.
was the first one he made, I think.
Yeah, it was. All right,
Oh.
so here's the thing. I named all of these in anger because this week was supposed to actually be a single source week. But Tim doesn't know how to organize his
Not single
life,
source.
so he changed everything on us, right? And was like, "Oh no, we're gonna do cheesecakes instead."
It wasn't single
Right?
source, though. It's never single source.
Yeah, it was supposed to be single source.
Seldom or never used.
Oh, okay. Corrections. Whatever. Either way, had the recipes all mixed up and they've been steeping for like 2 weeks. And then he was like, "Oh, I want to do cheesecake." So, because Tim wanted a stupid fucking cheesecake, all right, you can scroll down.
Mm-hmm. This looks really
Um,
good, though.
I did New York cheesecake at 3, super sweet at 0.5, obviously sweetened to the taste. We went with biscuit at 1, yes, sweet cheesecake at 1.5, strawberry ripe at 2.5, cheesecake graham crust at 1.5, rhubarb compote at 1.5, strawberry gummy candy at 2, and then sweet and sour rhubarb from Wonder Flavors at 1. I wanted to see if I could make like a nice strawberry rhubarb like cheesecake, just to kind of like keep things out of the box because I see a lot of cheesecakes that get published and everything is very like ordinary. Like people are like doing like strawberries or raspberry cheesecakes or something, right? But you don't ever see any like strawberry rhubarb or pear cheesecakes. Like I wanted to
No,
do
and it
something a
actually
little
that
bit.
makes sense, except for the flavoring for rhubarb. Still got some work to do.
Yeah.
Like different ones have different components of it.
Right.
Flaggies is really good for the juicy aspect, but it's losing a little of the vegetal. Although I haven't tried the raw, maybe that does have it.
Yeah.
You
So
ready?
also just so everyone knows, I didn't mix literally any of these up, so I don't know how any of them taste because I actually didn't want to do cheesecake. So I just said fuck it, I'm not mixing these. So these are all just theory crafted. If they don't taste good, then that's not my fault.
My fault. What he's trying to say. He's just
No, this
basically
felt
saying
like
my fault.
Basically, that's basically what I'm saying. Next.
Another.
All right. So because Tim wanted a stupid fucking cheesecake, I made another stupid fucking cheesecake for Tim, right? Um, so we went with New York cheesecake at 3. Obviously sweet and tasted is super sweet at 0.5 because I don't like diabetes in a bottle. Cheesecake Olympic at 1.5. Chocolate mousse from SSA because it's better than the VT at 1.5. Cookies and cream from VT at 2. Brown sugar cookie at 1.25. Chocolate chunks at 1.75. And then pudding milk chocolate at 1.25. I was trying to make like a chocolate cheesecake. Like that was the premise of this, was to make like a chocolate cheesecake and the pudding and then the chocolate mousse. The cookies and cream and then the brown sugar is supposed to be for the base for like the graham crust. So that was what I was actually trying to do with this one. Again, I haven't mixed it up. I don't know if it's going to be any good. Maybe I'll mix it at some point, but I just
I
didn't
think
do it.
that one looks good to me. That looks really good to me.
Yeah, and then obviously the chocolate chunks is in here because it's a good flavor for like standing out. Like if you're trying to put like chocolate chip flavors or something like that in your mix. So that's
It's
why
literally the only one that doesn't like blend with
yeah, that's why I ended up going with that one. So otherwise, next,
it. Such a nice name.
yeah, um,
Another
Dutch just
another
love this cheesecake episode. You
yeah.
can tell.
So because Tim decided he was going to change everything on me, and I already had everything prepared because he's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do the R recipes on Tuesday, and then seldom never used the following Saturday." I had everything prepared, and then he was like, "Oh, we're gonna do cheesecakes." And I was like, "All right, well,
Just
you know what?
kidding.
Fuck your cheesecake, Tim. All right." So we went with New York cheesecake at 3. Again, obviously, I don't need to say it, but sweetened to taste. Um, cheesecake Olympic at 1.5. Biscuit at 1. Maple syrup at 2. Cheesecake graham
Mm.
crust at 1.5. Crumble topping at 1.5, and then maple syrup candy at 1.25. It was supposed to be kind of like a maple crumble topping, like cheesecake, kind of like spread throughout it and like on top and everything else. Hence the photo that is on this. So the that photo actually says apple maple crumble, but I couldn't find anything without apples, so I just went with that.
I like
Um,
I
I
like the
was
maple
that was
syrup
what I
and the
was trying
maple
to
syrup
do.
candy combo.
Yeah, was trying to do like a maple cheesecake with like a maple crumble topping on a cheesecake. So I don't know. Again, maybe I might actually make some of these up and maybe I'll change the title later. But
When he
uh
calms down enough, maybe he'll change the title.
yeah, maybe in like another like 3 weeks or something. So otherwise yeah, those are my 3. I wasn't quite an overachiever like somebody else here.
Somebody. Oh, she went off the first day. She had 4, 5. Like the first day that was mentioned, she's like, oh, cheesecakes.
type.
Yeah,
Yeah.
funny.
What the fuck? Hold on.
Those
Oh my.
last 2 for me look really good. I think the cookie one is really, really. See here, it's I do have another recipe that didn't fit the theme that I just made. It had to do with the whole espresso thought. I was thinking if I did get that, what would be the first thing I'd try to do?
Is
Banana
that
froth espresso. Like, yes. And I was thinking, Steven would probably like this idea.
Yeah.
I was thinking either because you can use a vegetable based froth in this machine I'm looking at. So you could use like almond milk or something, or maybe use a little real banana in it when it froths up with your cream. Thinking about it. If not, hey, we got all the flavorings. Got some really good banana flavorings now. So
You had
anyhow,
me at
banana.
but chunks of banana in that wheel that spins in the bottom might gunk that up really
You'd
bad.
want to mash it first. Anyhow, banana flambe from Noms at 2, because I was thinking, on a little bit of extra, more just than plain banana. And I'm glad I chose it, but Bavarian cream from Wonder Flavors at 1. Want to cream it up a little bit. Brazilian coffee from Wonder Flavors at 1 specifically because with the espresso raw from at 0.5. When Cassie did that combo, that gave me the best rendition of an actual espresso flavor. So I went with that, and it does have that kind of bitter bite like you get from an espresso. So I kind of really like this combo. A little meringue from Noms at 1, just to add a little bit to this whole flambe and Bavarian cream. Sugar cane from Wonder Flavors, because if you're going to sweeten it, why not sweeten it with some actual sugar cane flavor? And it is coming through at 0.5. I actually can tell that is in, and it does give you that, like you put some granulated sugar in. Super Sweet Perilla at 0.5, and Vanilla Gelato Italian Wonder Flavors at 1, to thin out these kind of thick creams I put in. At first I wasn't going to put it in there. I was like, you know what? This will kind of give it a little bit more of that like vanilla vibe, but not throw any more super thickness. Like I thought about using the French vanilla thick, and I was like, we already got too much. And this I have, that's what's in the Titan. If that's saying anything, I took it to work today because it was so good. Was watching an ad for the Ninja Luxe Cafe. It was talking about plant-based froth. Boom, it hit me. Banana froth espresso. Not only would I love the real thing, but I decided to make an attempt here as well. That's literally how I decided to make this mix, and I love it. This is an ADV for me already. It's like you have to if you want a little less of that bite, like an espresso bite, you can make this into a more regular coffee, the espresso raw. Although that espresso raw at 0.5 is pushing that espresso like vibe at that point, which is also why it's at 0.5. It's pushing a little bit. I was gonna push that higher and leave the Brazilian out. It's like, you know what though, that worked really well when she mixed it. I'm gonna try it. And yeah, that's what I'm vaping right now. Loving it.
It was like punch you in the jaw coffee.
And for me, the flambe was the right choice because it has that little bit of extra to it. Not just a plain banana.
All right.
With that,
Oh, go ahead.
no, that was it. It's just
So first,
yum.
there's a question in the chat. Is there a turmeric? Golden milk is a fall type drink.
turmeric all the time, but I don't think there's actually a turmeric flavor.
I've never heard of one.
I'm looking to see if there, I know I don't have one. That doesn't mean there isn't one. Look and see if there is one and if it's can be gotten. I'm kind of curious.
And then Rocky dropped a couple recipes.
Because turmeric is a very unique flavor. Turmeric oil, I wouldn't trust that. That's the only thing I'm getting is turmeric oil. No, I wouldn't trust. So that would be a no. Would it be worth for someone to chase after? I mean, it's not really it. Closest thing you can get turmeric is sort of ginger, but that's not. Couple of Rocky here, I'll grab.
Yeah, I checked Noms and DIY. Neither one of them carry a turmeric flavor.
I checked the actual flavor list. Only thing showing up is turmeric oil, which I don't think would be safe to vape. Lemmy Orgasmatron. Sounds like Rocky's having a good Saturday night. Creme Fraiche from FA at 1. Greek yogurt from Flavora at 0.5. Lemon cream wafer Cheminovatic at 4. Lemon Sicily from FA at 1. Super sweet and cap at 0.5. And Yes Sweet Cheesecake in Aware at. Didn't I think I made this before.
Possibly.
Motorhead is orgasmicron. I am pretty sure I made this. And that's when I found out that Greek yogurt has more funk than I'm used to. I
I
mean, it's
like
not.
Pickle Rick more than Tumor Rick.
Well, if that's the case, if you want yourself a good pickle flavoring, well, dill
Shut up,
pickle
Tim.
flavoring, as long as you can taste dill, well, I would recommend
Shut
101
the fuck
pickle.
up, Tim.
But if you can't taste dill, don't bother.
Yo, pickles are delicious, dude. I fucking love pickles.
Because
I
it's a
don't know
big
if I would
dill
like
if you can't
pickles
taste
in a.
it.
I don't know if I would like pickles in a vape, but
So
to eat, yes, absolutely. I'll fucking munch down on some goddamn a whole
That's a
jar of
pretty
pickles, bro.
a pretty good description. It's kind of like carrot mustard, but spicy. Spicy. Yeah. I actually constantly drink turmeric, and for a while I was making a homemade version from fresh turmeric and fresh ginger, making a tea, uh cleansing tea that I used to drink like pretty much every night. And I still have now. I have the tea bag version. It's not as potent, but I do drink that a bit. So I know, yeah, turmeric is. Although don't go too heavy with the turmeric in your tea. Or what was it I cooked with it? I made a
oh
chicken.
my god, you made that chicken ginger stir fry and you put so much ginger and turmeric in it. I couldn't eat it. It was so gross. I'm not a fan of ginger to begin with, but I can handle it a little bit in a stir fry. Like
Well,
the
that
first
was.
he made was amazing, but then he just way, way overdid it in the
I
second
had a
time.
bunch of ginger and turmeric. I didn't want it to go bad, so I said, let's load it in there. It's healthy.
And
Yes,
I
he's like,
couldn't eat
no.
it. That's when you microplane that jalapeno.
And my finger. Remember that? That hurt so bad. We got Nanaimo, our cheesecake. It's a Canadian thing.
Fucking Canadians.
Canadian
Can't
thing.
trust Canadians, bro. They'll
Creme
fucking
fraiche.
flake on you as soon as they get back from Italy.
Uncle
I
Paul's
know.
an ass.
I think he's still trying to like settle down, let all that stuff settle in his stomach after all that. Creme fraiche from FA at 1. Graham cracker flavor West at 1. Nanaimo bar 3. Wonder flavors. New York cheesecake cap at 1. Super sweet cap at 0.75. That's pushing it for Rocky, by the way. If anyone doesn't know Rocky, it's 0.75. That's high. Yes, we cheesecake and aware at 3. He's definitely going for like a kind of Canadian, Canadian, an actual candy bar like cake. Oh,
He's going for a Canadian cheesecake.
yeah. Favorite Canadian dessert, Canadian cheesecake. Made into cheesecake.
Canadian
Nanaimo
cheese.
bar is cheesecake full of classic Nanaimo bar flavor with silky smooth, ultra decadent cheesecake. This makes a perfect holiday or birthday dessert vape. Mixed for international birthday mixes. Yes. Damn, that looks yummy.
Yeah, he mixed it for Paul, hence the sweet.
And it's not sweet enough. Paul. That looks tasty. I mean, the real thing looks, especially when I can't have carbs right now.
I know.
Oh, I think this
so
is
butthurt that I made those peanut butter cups when he couldn't eat them. They were delicious.
Well, I am going to get some raspberry.
All right,
Oh,
bye.
man. Raspberry.
Somebody.
Obviously Rocky does.
Only one man would dare give me the raspberry.
While he is what the
I
fuck?
already got it.
I gotta
That's
get
not
some
what
more
I was
drink.
saying, Tim. Know your role. While he
So,
is doing that, I will pull up Rocky's recipe he just dropped real quick. It's Oh Honey Love Ya Cheesecake 3, 2, 1. Honey Puff Cereal 1-on-1 at 2. Vanilla Custard Cheesecake 1-on-1 at 3. And Whipped Cream 1-on-1 at 1. Boom. Easy 3, 2, 1 using 1-on-1 flavors. This is a nice, smooth, delicious vape. 1-on-1 cheesecake has a nice creamy taste. Oh, custard cheesecake. Never mind. Sorry. With just a slight tang in it, but less cream cheese, in my opinion. But just how I like a cheesecake. So it's really not a New York style cheesecake. The honey puffs is an amazing flavor, in my opinion, and adds more of a buttery note than honey there. Topped with whipped cream, yum. No real crust here, and I don't care for grams, so add your own if that's your thing.
The only
Well,
true cheesecake is New
I'm
York
sorry,
cheesecake.
but sorry, not reality. I mean, obviously Rocky doesn't like you. I don't know what to tell you. I apologize.
No. The only true cheesecake is New York cheesecake.
Yeah, you didn't say that when you lived in Arizona.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He has officially transferred himself over to.
I don't know what you're talking about. I love New York.
Okay, so I gotta find premium raspberry. Do I have that out here?
Probably not.
I think you have the big bottle of premium ras, don't you?
I have a 30 mil. Mine's probably easier to. Oh, wait, you do have it out there because you still have the SSAs.
Shit. I think I
Oh
gotta
yeah, it
go
might
get-
be in a drawer. It might be in a drawer. I'm just
Yeah,
seeing
I
if it's on a
forgot
desk.
something.
It's not. All right, so
Yeah.
as soon as I find this premium raspberry, I can start mixing Rockies up.
Oh, hi,
Hey, I gotta
Sharon.
go, guys. I gotta go get Sharon. I forgot I gotta pick
All
her up
right.
for work.
Oh, you're in
Oh,
trouble.
that's 2 weeks, two shows in a
Dang, bro, you
row on
forgot
the
about
shit
your
list.
wife?
2 shows in a row you've been on the
You're
shit
supposed to
list.
call me, but I forgot my phone in the other room, so you know.
Well, you forgot it. It wasn't on purpose this
I just
time.
thought of it. I got up to got me a drink, right? And then I went, oh shit, she's supposed to call. I better go get my phone. And then I get in and she's like, hello.
Oh,
Later.
Later.
later. Hopefully, if you're still alive, I'll see you later.
Wow. This fucking guy.
I thought I got in trouble a lot. All right, I might need to borrow yours because otherwise I'm gonna be here an hour trying to.
So come get it.
Everything in here has to go there, but yeah, that's
Yeah, go get it then.
Oh,
This
you
guy.
pain in my ass.
You see what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? Tim doesn't know how to organize his life, and this is why he changed the fucking show to stupid fucking cheesecake instead of doing seldom never use.
Oh.
Can't even find a simple flavor.
Shut up, Duchess.
It's funny though.
It's gotta
I-
be in that drawer out there, Tim.
I just like giving Tim shit. It's hilarious.
It's gonna be so nice when we get all these organized.
Anyway, is anyone?
Duchess show.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing. We should do I want to do another white whale episode soon because I want to see if anyone has been able to achieve their white whale, like something that they've been chasing for, I don't know, a few months or a year or however long it's been. I don't have any white whales because I'm a quitter and I gave up on trying to make them.
Point.
Actually, that's a lie. I just ran out of bottles and I can't really make too much. I got probably like 16 bottles in my kitchen that need to be cleaned out.
Night, Echo Dub.
Yeah, I'm trying out this. Trying out the wild raspberry from Medicine Flower for the first time ever for me. I will say it smells a lot like the Ware Garden one, but without that astringent bite that you even get to your nose. The offensive astringentness. Does smell extremely potent. Don't think you're gonna need much of this.
How are you using cotton for a whole month, bro?
Well, I mean, he pre-soaks them in milk and honey. That must help.
Yeah. Wait, Rocky, are you using mechanicals or are you using something different? Because maybe it might extend the life, but I only use mechanicals and I change mine twice a week.
Thank you, Rocky, for keeping it really simple. I only had to chase down 2 flavors. The rest are all right here.
Using some of my very precious little stash of premium raspberry.
Dang,
I have a
bro.
bigger bottle of it
No,
somewhere.
Steven's gonna be sleeping outside with the dogs for like a month, bro.
Why? What do you do now?
Sharon, so he's on his way. Dot dot dot.
Oh,
dot, dot,
Sharon's
dot.
in our chat. Oh,
Yeah.
Even as the loyal husband he always is. Just has one slight problem, Sharon.
Forgetfulness.
Yeah, he's a little flighty sometimes.
Yeah.
I only made a 10 to start.
Oh.
Right. Now I'm imagining this, Rocky, this really needs a steep, truthfully, right? I think it'll be all right off the shake, but I have a feeling it's going to be better with a little. You have a steep in here? Rocky didn't put a steep time in his notes?
Rocky
Tisk, tisk, Rocky. Tisk, tisk.
Oh, 2 points off.
Uh-oh.
He forgot his phone in the other room, Sharon.
Uh-oh. R.I.P. Stephen Lane.
That's 2 shows in a row.
You will be missed.
Well,
Ooh, I'm gonna admit that smells delicious, Rocky.
Improper use of VLR function.
Yeah, Rocky. I'm looking here, and where's the steep time supposed to be? It's supposed to be at the bottom, right? I don't see a steep time there. Nope.
Bro, I only do that for contest recipes.
And it is not a bad practice to get into, though.
Read notes, he says.
Oh, we tried that before, and you said it doesn't work. Read notes. Notes, picture. Mixing for the show, cheesecake mixes. Q&A. There's nothing in the notes. Oh, he probably's thinking I mixed a different one. I'm mixing the raspberry cheesecake. The live mixing one. Yeah. And there's nothing in the notes. Unless you just added it. I can show you before I refresh the page, because if you added it later, it's not here. Here, let's see. Tell me, do you see anything? Nothing there. Nothing there. There. Oh, there's nothing there. Now let's see if you refresh it, if you actually picked it. Probably did. Refresh it. Wow, is it going to load? That is the longest refresh ever. Look at this thing. Stop loading this. Wow.
Sharon, I gotta suggest, if you have anything expensive in that Amazon list,
there we go.
I would go for that.
Still not up there. Still not on there. Ha! It is not there. Mixing now. I mixed it up. Okay, let's see. It is going to be going over top of that espresso mix. So it's going to take a minute. That is very, very, very much on that vibe of the Ware Garden, which the Ware Gardens I do like. It's just really strong.
Yeah, bro, you gotta use like 2 drops to get like,
I feel like
3% fucking raspberry, bro.
Oh, that's what it was, is 2 drops in this mix.
Oh, there we go.
Only thing is, the Ware Gardens, especially off the shake, is a little bit astringent. I'm not getting that off this. Oh my! I see. I think Steve-O's mentioned this. The taste of that raspberry on your lips after you vape is beautiful. You can look at your lips and Okay, so it's not quite the premium without the premium. I can tell where this is coming because I know the premium very well. This is richer, more decadent, and definitely more saturated. But it actually tastes like a real raspberry right straight off the
Vine,
bush.
bush, thing with thorns.
Took me a second. I almost said vine too. I was like, not a vine, it's a bush. They're right outside. We should. This tastes like when I get it because I don't get very many actual raspberries here, just a few, and I just eat them. Never enough to do anything with.
Yeah, he never brings any of those into me.
Bunny's got more of them than you.
I don't play in the berry bushes. That's all you. I just take them when you bring them in and create something yummy and delicious with them.
And then laugh if I use my wore shorts while I went and got them because of bleeding legs.
Here's the thing though, he only plays in the bushes when there's possum trying to get in the house.
Not tart, juicy. This is juicy. Really juicy raspberry.
So just to mess with my brother, Tim looked it up online and told my brother last weekend that it's actually legal for him in New Hampshire to have up to 6 possums as
6
a pet.
possums.
And he just looked at us and said, "Please don't tell my wife." So if you're watching this, Erica, you're welcome.
If your brother's watching this, R.I.P. Cassie. Yep. All right. So yeah, I would say that there's definitely a little bit of that need for probably a little bit of at least a little rest. But that is a really nice juicy raspberry. Like that's real. If you're looking for real raspberry, that's
Yeah, sharing his pets.
as pets. Yeah, that's Rocky. Damn. Didn't take much.
Because they're cute and cuddly and adorable, Sharon.
Steve-O. Is this your
And
raspberry one, Steve-O?
they like
No,
to be
strawberry.
pet and held. They're
These
really
like
sweet.
cuddle. Even ones you've never cuddled or held before. If you call them like a kitty cat, they will walk up to you sometimes.
That one on the back porch that time. You yell by the front door, "Here, kitty, kitty!" And we look on the cameras, and there's a possum out back, like standing in the chair, looking towards the front door.
And walks over to the front door. Toward the front door. Big possum too, not a little one. That was a big one. Strawberry Lime Cheesecake by Steve-O. He got Cheesecake Graham Perillum at 2. Key Lime Pie TPA at 2. Strawberry Cheesecake Wonder Flavors at 3. Strawberry Jam from Noms at 1.5. Super Sweet from Cap at 0.5. And Toasted Coconut Cheesecake Perillum. I like where he's going with this. So he's going like a coconut key lime with a little coconut cheesecake, and then adding like a strawberry jam on top. The strawberry. No pictures. No pictures. That sucks. But nothing yet. Oh, that's because this is still private. Oh, showing us his privates again, but it looks like a tasty one. Yeah, I like that key lime pie from TPA. I just think that surprisingly, and this is weird for me, I like the one-on-one key lime pie a little better, which I never would have thought.
But there's not even raspberry in there, bro.
My
mind is fucking blown right now.
Strawberry. I mean, that says strawberry lime, not raspberry.
I get that. It's a Steve-O recipe.
Are you saying that Steve-O likes his? Oh, Steve-O's got 2 in here. I just thought that didn't.
Hi, Steve-O.
Oh, okay, Steve-O, this one's got me. We went over this. I made this today. Gingerbread cheesecake. See that working? If this, what does he got here? Cheesecake Olympus FA at 2. Does stand up to the gingerbread. That makes sense. Gingerbread from Cap at 3. Graham cracker from Cap at 1. Pull out that super sweet pearl at a half. Vanilla custard cheesecake 101 at 2. Whipped cream SSA at 1, and Yes Sweet Cheesecake and Aware at 3. Yeah, Olympus is going to really help it stand up. That I love. I don't know why. Yes Sweet Cheesecake at me. If it doesn't taste right without it, to me, I just love it. Recipe's
that's
also one of
nothing
his
to do with
privates.
that.
I'm missing that vanilla custard cheesecake 101. I picked that up. I thought it was in that in
Tim?
that thing. It's not.
Are you on crack? I had it in like several recipes I shared tonight. We do have it.
And what's it saying? I'm missing? Where is it? Says I'm missing ingredients. What is it saying I'm missing? That's what's saying I'm missing. We do have it. You're sure? 100% sure.
Vanilla custard
Alright.
cheesecake, 1-on-1 right here.
Well,
Hey,
that's been fixed.
I
Then.
need one of you two to immediately go ahead and theory craft a banana pudding cheesecake for Sharon.
Banana pudding cheesecake.
I am on it. As soon as I'm done cleaning these wicks, I will.
Sharon once, she said she would love a banana pudding cheesecake.
Yo, Stephen Lane, your wife wants a banana pudding cheesecake. You better buy her one,
Oh.
dude.
Yeah, you better buy her 30.
You better get one from HEB on the way there.
I like that gingerbread cheesecake idea. That's a good contrast flavor. Sometimes those blended flavors taste good, but they kind of get one note. Get contrasting flavors like that gingerbread.
She's laughing. That's good. She's laughing. That's a good thing.
You think you saved his life?
Hopefully, I saved his life.
See, what you don't realize though is that that's actually like a maniacal laugh. Though she's still contemplating his murder.
That's what I was contemplating, thinking right there. Thinking, you know, if I put, put one of those fake beards from Walmart on Moo Dog, it looked just like him. No one will even notice. It'll give me a good 6 months to hide the evidence. Oh, Rocky, that's actually pretty good. Okay. I like the way that gives you that flavor on your lips. I don't get from the SSA. Not that strong. Like you bit into a fresh raspberry and like part of it, you know, gave you that flavor on your lips, like fresh raspberry, like that little seed things pop.
You mean the juices that are left
The
over
juices.
when you bite into it? Dude.
I'm not mad. I'm furious. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, you're not mad. That's bad. Because at least mad, you know where you stand. Okay, that's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. It's a little darker than I'm used to making, but it's good. The raspberries darker flavor. I don't care. It's good. The Greek yogurt. Just a touch of funk there. Believe it or not, a little tiny bit. It's got a little funk. Another thing I think I'll settle in a little better after a little steep.
Yes, it's gonna work better in that one, I think.
I got to put that somewhere where it can steep before I vape it all.
Sorry, Sharon.
At least Sharon, you know where to find him, right?
True
If he was
that.
lost in a video game, you're screwed. I like Juju's setup though. I do have a few of those metal shelves with wood, those shop shelves. It would have been a good option. I thought about doing that. I just figured, you know, for any dust purposes or anything, we have an old house. Having it in a closed cabinet for me makes more sense. I always keep everything covered. But
Rocky's saying he didn't know you had Flavora Greek yogurt, or he would have put that in at 0.5%.
oh yeah, I do have it. I got that's one thing I'm going to be going through as I reorganize the new cabinet is I'm actually going to go through the stash. And I'm not only going to keep it in ELR, fix it, but I'm also going to do an offline version in case anything happens so I never lose it. And I'll
Here's
have
the
an
thing,
accurate
Rocky.
count.
When you're mixing a recipe and you want Tim to do it, just assume that he has the flavor since he's got like 85,000 flavors.
85,000 flavors now. Wow. I'm already lost with the ones I have.
I mean, granted, yes, Tim only makes like 2 flavor recipes, but he does have like 85,000 flavors. So, I mean, you can just assume that he has it.
And we can
And you're
prelude to next
you're
Saturday.
probably right.
Prelude to next Saturday. It is going to be seldom or never used flavors so I don't get murdered by Duchess. Haven't gotten death threats, but that makes me more nervous. Death threats at least.
I might not even fucking be able to be here.
Okay, we'll have another one. I'm actually going to probably start doing seldom or never use at the beginning of the month so we have time to seldom never use. Might give you some inspiration to mix with some of these flavors through the month. I'll work your way up to the single source. That's my theory. Plus, we have a new show coming up next month that we're not going to talk about that's going to be kind of a surprise. A whole totally new formatted show. Still mixing, but different.
On your channel?
Coming soon on my channel. It's going to be on the Actually, it's going to be on a Tuesday. We're going to extend out the alphabet and take one of the alphabets away and postpone it for a following week. It's something unique. It's something different. And we'll see how you guys like it. Seldom use cheesecake for Dutchies. Yeah, he does have his cheesecake base he really likes.
See, Rocky, listen, this is why people don't like others that live in Rhode Island, all right?
Yeah, so basically this wild raspberry has everything I love about the Wera Gardens with all the other things I don't like about the.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have been okay with doing cheesecake if Tim didn't switch it up on me. I was already prepared, all right, for seldom never used. And then out of nowhere, when I wasn't here, and then even in the after show, he didn't say anything to me. I was not here. I told you this last week. I was sitting in a fucking chair, remember?
Yep. And then it came in the after show and it may not have been re-mentioned.
And then he never fucking mentioned it in the after show. The show was already over. I got home. Not once was it fucking mentioned. Oh, by the way, we changed the show for next Saturday. So I didn't know about it until Tuesday.
Gonna be a few change ups, a few extra things. There'll be added content for the channel.
I don't do all the change. Okay.
Oh, this change is gonna throw you for a loop. But you'll have fun with it.
Speaking of the Sharon premiere, I have to have a conversation with you at some point in the next week.
Sharon, you might actually want to talk to Cassie. Yeah, this is gonna be. Yeah,
her number
you wait for this curveball. Wait for this curveball.
8675309.
865.
All right, and here you go, Sharon. Banana pudding cheesecake, banana cream flavor west at 4, banana raw VSO at 2, cheesecake graham pearlum at 2, super sweet pearlum at 1, toasted coconut cheesecake pearlum at 3, vanilla custard cheesecake 1-on-1 because we do have it at 2, Vanilla pudding flavora at 2, and yes, sweet cheesecake in Awera at 3. Boom. And yes, Dutches, I know they look like they have jizz on them. I'm well
What?
aware before anybody brings it up.
Bob's not here.
Yo, those vanilla wafers look dope as
They do. They looks really
With that
Actually, that
picture,
mix looks
I'm
good.
so tempted to put a little Mom's wafer in there. I might do that.
yeah. Those
Might.
vanilla wafers on top of that cheesecake with the cum drizzle looks delicious.
I had to find a image on Imgur though, because for some reason the co-pilot is being a little
Oh.
bitch and doesn't want to make me a picture. So
the cum drizzle. All right. So, and
Yummy.
while we're still on this was an ADV for me, and it still would be. And yes, you could switch it up with the Perlum cheesecake graham, but I still like the darker note from this and some recipes, and this is one of them. Cheesecake on graham SSA at 1, key lime pie 101 at 3, super sweet Perlum at 1, toasted coconut cheesecake Perlum at 2, yes, we cheesecake in Aware at 2. Sweetened to taste. I think when I first mixed this, I didn't sweeten it. It was fine, and it was fine without it, but it actually little sweetener. I mean, the super sweetener's in here. I did first mix. I didn't mix it. Add it later, but this was an ADV for me. I love this. This is one of my favorite cheesecakes I've ever. And it's simple, easy to make.
Hey, look, Stephen might be safe. He has arrived.
He has arrived at the salon. Sharon is
Yeah.
headed home. Stephen will never leave the salon. Got it. You know, he only showed up because he misspelled salon to saloon. And he thought he was going to meet Yosemite Sam, and he's not there, so.
Yeah.
I just loved how earlier she's like, I figured it was happened. That's why I checked the streams.
Rocky, I seriously, I had made my own version of this cheesecake, right? Key lime cheesecake. I do like my other one better, but the simplicity of just throwing that key lime pie from 101 in there, it was really, really, really close in flavor to the other one and simple. And I was super surprised for a single flavor key lime pie. That's actually pretty damn good. I didn't expect that. I think I could probably bouge it up a little bit with maybe adding a little bit of that sweet lime, though. That wouldn't exist
Oh
back then.
yeah. That sweet lime with a key lime in a cheesecake just sings.
Because if anything with this that had a problem with is the key lime was kind of a little touch on the May side, but it was there. So adding that sweet lime would probably bump that. It was good. Yeah, the 101, Rocky, I had it forever and never tested it because I typically did not like a lot of the one-on-one bakeries. I tried that as like, ooh, it was a mistake to wait so long.
All right. Can I just say that trying to re-wick an
Gotcha, shut up.
RDA with only one arm working properly really sucks.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, when she yelled when she handed me the raspberry premium, it wasn't because of anything I did. She lifted the other arm when she handed it to me. Yelp.
Okay, so the dog is old and klutzy and he doesn't walk so good anymore. And he was kicking against the back of the couch the other day while I was sleeping on it. And he fell really hard against the couch right where my elbow was resting and jammed my fucking shoulder. So I've been having shooting pains from my elbow to my shoulder and down my spine for the past 3 days. It's fun.
That sounds amazing.
Sounds like a
Can't get comfortable to sleep. Ugh.
freaking still taste that raspberry.
Ew.
That's interesting. I've been vaping the banana froth espresso, and I'm still can taste that raspberry in my lips. That's actually
He's
pretty
being
interesting.
gross.
You gotta spit on that thing.
Oh, you didn't want to say the first part, huh?
Yeah, you got a hawk to it.
Well, yeah, you got haktua. Sit on that thing. You know, that cheesecake that Cassie just showed with them vanilla wafers looks like someone did a little of that. Now, this is delicious. I mean, no joke. This is going to be a delicious night. I may mix up some of these, try to get back to everyone.
You know
because,
what? You know what'll make your pain feel better?
If you say making you peanut brittle, I'm never talking to you again, BFF.
No, I was gonna say put some Windex on it.
spray it with
I'm
Windex.
not Greek.
Put Windex on it.
Spray it with Windex. It cures everything.
Actually, I might be part Greek. I don't know. I'm a little bit of fucking everything. No, I've been using like some muscle relax cream like from the Dollar Tree because I can't use icy hot. It literally blisters my skin. This
What
is
about
the
Tiger
only thing I
Balm?
can. Huh?
What about Tiger Balm?
I don't know if I've tried that one. I have such sensitive skin. I've got to be careful. And this is the only
I
one
don't
I
know if
found
the
that works. So.
formulation is different or not. I mean, it's kind of the same thing, really. It's like a muscle relaxer cream, but
Oh,
I
we
know a
got
lot of
proof. We got
I know
proof
a
he's
lot of like
alive.
I know a
He's
lot of like
alive. Oh,
sports players.
thank you. Thank you. He's alive.
He's
Live from the
alive.
salon. There's the
Live from the
Sharon.
salon. There's Sharon. Sharon, you haven't killed him. I'm so proud of you.
Hi, Sharon.
Yeah, but that's only because he promised to buy a banana pudding cheesecake on the way home from HEB.
Three of them.
He doesn't
Three of
know
them.
Ben.
Anyway, I got to get my hair cut now, so I just want to say I made it here. I'll see y'all later.
All right, you
Hey.
take it easy. Love you
If you
guys.
shave his beard off, I wouldn't blame you.
No, I'm not gonna. No.
That's the best part about me.
That's
Uh-oh.
a handle. That's a
It
handle.
matches downstairs.
Listen, Steve.
Ew.
No.
Just kidding. Well, maybe. Later.
Love you
Later.
guys.
Okay.
I know. I offered to bend her finger backwards for her. Dusty, she said no. I said, you forget all about your shoulder. Learn that from a movie. It works.
Oh,
So you want to break
what
my
else?
already broken hands.
You know
All
what
right.
else you could do to forget about the pain? You trip over another welder.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You can go fuck yourself.
I mean,
All right, you gonna mig with argon?
big with argon.
You can definitely go fucking fuck yourself, and you can sleep out in the chicken coop,
Motherfucker.
asshole. Duchess doesn't like having hair, though, CJ. That's why he's bald.
Well, actually, correction. I remain bald on purpose because my hairline is receding. Like
No,
if I tilt my head down, like you can see it, like it's super blonde, like up front, the way that it's supposed to be. Like I was born platinum blonde, and then it just got darker and darker, like as I got older, right?
Mhm.
So like it's like a dirty blonde, right? Way the fuck back here, and I have like a fucking 7 head now because of it. Because the rest of it up front is all like platinum blonde, and you can't really see it. So I've got this like receding, like fucking cul-de-sac. So I'm just like, nah, dude, I'm just gonna keep it shaved. I just shaved my head instead.
I knew Rocky's shoulder was bothering him, but I didn't know it still bothered.
You should probably go see a doctor, bro. That's kind of what medical care is for.
Doctors are the devil.
I mean, I agree with you.
Actually, with what I've dealt with lately, they kind of are. But okay, I
think
sent
we're
some
getting there with
really,
my shoulder at least.
I sent
Even that
some
muscle
really
rub,
nice,
medicating.
pleasant messages today to me.
No. All right, I'm tasting the toasted coconut cheesecake.
Let's see. This ain't good.
Cool story, bro. Tell us again.
Tastes like athlete's foot. Damn.
It tastes like deliciousness.
Actually, you know what? You know what we're gonna do? Is Tammy the Sea still here, or is she nursing her injuries?
True, Rocky.
I'm not sure. I didn't say or say goodbye, but sometimes she just kind of fades
I
out
know
Yeah.
when she
sometimes
gets
she just
busy.
like lurks. I
Take me to
just don't know if
see.
she's still here.
I was missing. I having the recipes most. I mean, we there's a little bit of lull. I didn't realize she was. Ugh. We're coming into that season when people start to ache again too.
Mm.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why, but my left knee has been fucking killing me for the last couple of days. And like, if I sit for too long, whether it's on the couch or in this chair or anywhere, like it like locks up on me.
Hmm.
I'm just like, that's fucking fun. Thanks for that.
I know I've been sore trying to work on the other office pretty consistent.
Hey, it's kept you out of my hair a little bit. I get to snuggle with the
It's
bunny then.
starting to come. Now the more I do to it, the more I realize, oh, I can do this, and then comes a whole nother project.
Dude, once this cotton breaks in, this is gonna be fire.
Amazing.
I've had 2 rotator cuff surgeries and 2 surgeries on my knee, so they mess up with me all the time. And
Yeah,
because of overusing the other 2 to compensate, those ones get too sore. Those 2 are pretty much shot as well. So whatever, I just deal with sleep. But now I get the shots regularly, so that helps.
yeah, this Addy has been sitting for I don't know, probably like a week and a half. And I forgot that there was juice in the cotton, so I'm just gonna go ahead and remake it. And then I'm gonna put that waffle on here from Saving and see and see if it's any good. So I'm gonna live test that.
Yeah, I've actually been using some of the physical therapy techniques that they taught me when I was dealing with
Walking
my
your
other
arm up a wall.
shoulder. Like
Didn't feel
there's
good. I just popped.
a wall like literally right next to our toilet, so I'll sit there and I'll just use that wall to, prop my elbow on and stretch it and stuff.
Yeah, we got almost like a stall
It's
in this
weird.
bathroom.
So, I mean,
Great.
I'll be sitting in there stretching and Tim will be like, "Are you fucking done yet? I have to go to the bathroom." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll get up. I was just stretching my shoulder."
Nothing like having to go to the bathroom and have someone in there for 45 minutes or an hour. Not even a joke.
Listen,
And
That's
it's
how long
and
it takes me to go.
then okay, and then you're scared to go in because you're like 45 minutes an hour. Is it safe to go in there?
yeah,
That's how long it takes me in the bathroom, but that's only because I usually get lost like playing a game while I'm like taking a piss, and then I'll just like stand there for 45 minutes.
And Voop.
No.
Oh, by the way, if anyone didn't catch the last vlog, we finally got a glimpse of Bathroom Guy with the whole floating lamp thing. We do have one of those floating lamps. It's actually a lamp. Floats, it spins. It's got like what it looks like its lights come from up above, but it shines from down below up on top as it spins, and it works fine until the power goes off. We found that out because the power went off here one day with it. It becomes a flying projectile.
dude, it was this close to going through the TV. Like
Yeah,
it put a
that was
big dent in the
something.
wall beside it.
Yeah, flying projectile. Like when the magnet came down, it like rejected and flew. Holy crap! I'm thinking to myself, am I supposed to put do I have to put one of those like backup batteries underneath the lamp to make sure the lamp doesn't cause damage to the house? I just stopped
That's
using it.
why we stopped using it.
Like that's not safe. Imagine if it hit the wrong thing when we were not at home,
Like one of the fish tanks.
which it was close to.
Mhm.
Getting too old to that phrase keeps going through my head so much lately. Look at that. Aw. Aw, look at Steven. Look, he's looking like You have a little tuft of hair up there for some reason. Did
No,
you leave
that's
that on
my,
purpose? Oh, it's a
that's my,
bump.
that's my tumor.
The lipoma.
What actually happened is that Sharon bonked him across
Knocked the fuck
fucking
out of my head, yeah. That's my
I mean,
frying
that
pan.
that
Kind of
wasn't
like,
there before the stream, by the
yeah,
way, people.
kind of like in cartoons when you like see the bump like come out of their fucking head. That's what that is.
I bet he's not late next time.
Yeah. All right, later, guys.
Later.
Later. So this toasted coconut cheesecake, though, it tastes like this picture.
No, it doesn't. You're lying.
No, it tastes like that picture. Actually, it
Wait,
tastes a little bit more like the picture on the recipe itself.
Wait,
But
what does a digital picture taste like?
like toasted coconut and cheesecake
Electrons,
chocolate.
neutrons, and electrons, maybe
Sure.
ones and zeros.
Ones and zeros.
Where's my mod? Oh, right there.
Is it
But-
more of a 1 or a 0?
It's a 1010101.
Ah, you know,
Such
did
filthy
you hear?
language.
I know. I just heard that filthy language. I thought it was horrible. 0101 0101. Helen Keller.
Bum. All right, so I hate to admit it, but I'm gonna have to give Bob a little bit of credit for one of my recipes tonight.
No.
When I did the bourbon cheesecake, he goes, because it was like literally right after Tuesday show, I was doing these. He goes, "Oh, I'm surprised you didn't do a maple bourbon." And I was like, so I added the maple to it, and it is so good.
All right. So I'd rather give you guys the gist than the ones to try and avoid, by the way, for the new flavor jungles ultimates.
White chocolate
The white
mint,
chocolate
don't get
mint,
it.
don't.
It's horrible.
The ultimate grape tutti frutti, don't bother. Those two, the rest, all right. Those two, no. That is not a good white chocolate. At all.
What's wrong? What's
Coconut
wrong
milk?
with that?
Tastes more
Is-
like chalk.
Yeah. It's like
The
chalky
toothpaste.
Tic Tac toothpaste. There's no white chocolate to it at all.
And the grape tutti frutti, it starts off kind of bad, but I was hoping to get better. It actually has gotten worse so far. It tastes like children's cough medicine.
Yo, that's my favorite, bro.
Oh, then go for it. Yeah.
That's why I buy the Flintstones, because I love that fucking chalk flavor.
Oh, there you go, Rocky. But that coconut milk, it's
Coconut milk's excellent. The
so
apple's
good,
not
and
bad.
it is legit the first milk anything that I have tried that I didn't just get rancid curdled milk out of, and that makes me happy.
And although the blue raz being a little different than we're used to for a blue raz, and like kind of, it's going to be useful.
Listen, I scored these pretty high, those 3. I mean, I scored the blue razzit as a 7. I scored the apple as a 6 and an 8 on the coconut milk. So out of 10.
I think we scored all 3 the same. Top one's weird, which is unusual. Have them exact. The apple's the Fuji apple is okay. It's not like, wow, this is a special apple. It's
not
apple.
a Fuji apple. It's kind of a mix
No.
between a Macintosh and a Golden Delicious.
Yeah. Kind
And
of somewhere in there.
Rocky, you're right. It can't be as good as Milk and Honey because this one actually tastes good. So it's way better than Milk and Honey.
The apple's okay. Am I going to chase that apple down again? Probably better. For instance, the vibe this kind of gives me is similar to the double apple idea, but I much prefer either double apple or Nom's. Nom's apple. Red apple was actually a really good double apple. Those
that apple green is delicious.
Yeah.
is it green? Oh, it's green, not red.
Yeah.
But it tastes kind of red and green mix.
Yeah,
I like that
Those
one. I
people-
like that apple a lot. And this has kind of got that similar vibe, but it's not hold off as good. It does have good texture to it. Definitely tastes like you get an apple texture there, but all right. That
Yeah,
grape and
apple green
the grape and that white chocolate mint,
I mean,
grape tutti frutti and white.
country
Oh,
apple has its place, but I actually think I like the apple green from Nom's better than I like the country apple now.
I do too. Yeah, I was thinking that myself. The country apple is good, but I think I actually like that
Yeah.
Dom's one better.
I gotta go get this recipe. Oh, I'll be back. Whole plate.
That is, it is. The recession. The recession's weird because it's not like your typical recession either. We're having here. It's not so much. It's like things just cost too damn much. They claimed inflation was 1 to 3%. How is that the case when you go and it's literally 300% more expensive to buy majority of the items you used to buy?
I mean, look at eggs. They used to be like $1 a dozen or less. Now it's like freaking $3 a dozen.
That's
All right,
That's
cheap.
gone down.
$3 a dozen is when you get them cheap. Usually they're like $5 to $8 a dozen. It's like, what the heck happened?
All right, so this is the harvest waffles. No one can actually see this, but I mixed it up on the sticks. All right. Take me to the seas page for it. Actually says to steep for 10 days. So today's actually day 11. So we'll see how this goes.
Inflation has to happen, but the rate of inflation, Fitty, borderline. People on a fixed income are having issues, serious issues, just trying to feed themselves.
Yeah, I don't know if you've been to the grocery store recently, but listen, buying a loaf of bread for $1.50 is kind of ridiculous when it was less than $1 like a year ago.
I mean, I used to go in and get like a cart full of groceries, and now for the same price, I go in and I have like the little basket up top full, and that's it.
I love
Yeah,
that
bro.
meme.
Here's the thing. I spent $187 the other day at the store. Okay. And all I got was ingredients to make loaded potato soup in the crock pot, beef stew in the crock pot, taco salad, and then chicken Caesar salad. That's it. 4 recipes for $187. Craziness.
Technically, either or, Fitty. Fixed income is a fixed income.
Oh my god, bro. This smells fucking delicious.
I do feel worse for the people that, the elderly they're dealing with. I've seen some of them, their diets go bad, and you see a lot of them getting a lot thinner, getting frail quick. And it is because I've seen the meme lately, and it's becoming more realistic than actually just a meme. The most expensive vehicle to operate is a grocery cart. And that's where we're getting hit the hardest. I think the rest of it is whatever. We're consumers. That's whatever. Grocery stores, though, where it's expensive. Exactly. Bacon, egg, and cheese from $2.50 up to $11. That's ridiculous. Diners, so many diners have closed down because they can't afford to stay open. Because bacon, it used to be like the cheap meat, has become.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
you know how much listen, I bought store brand name bacon, okay, the other day when I went shopping because I needed it for that loaded potato soup. And for one of those packs of bacon, it was almost $5, bro. And I was like, why? Like some of the other ones that was like Butterball and fucking Oscar Mayer and shit like that, they were like $70 a fucking pack of bacon, bro. And I was like, this is so dumb. I hate that we're being priced out of existence.
That's not untrue either, Fitty.
The
What is
word,
your generation out there? Question about it.
your words of wisdom for this week is if con is the opposite of pro, then Congress is the opposite of progress.
There you go.
Lots happened in the world in the last few years too, though. It's weird.
Words of wisdom from Duchess the
You're welcome.
Magnificent.
No.
I know. You know, the green room has
Ow!
Confucius say, we have
Fuck,
Duchess
this
says.
smells so goddamn good.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's true too. Mallory, it used to be like 5-6 years for $1 or $2 max. You're right.
For what? Oh, for corn.
Corn, your corn used to be dirt cheap. I am more.
And I saw it on sale somewhere. It was like, I think it was like 3 for $5. I was like, what the fuck, dude? That's ridiculous.
That's where it's hitting the heart of the grocery store. And it worries me the most because there's some people, that can't afford and literally you need food to survive. So that's an issue. Not saying everybody's in that boat, but there are some people that is in serious issues.
I mean, hey, I would love to go back to bull mode working 60, 70 hours a week. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I do love numbers, and here's a number. They're saying 1 to 3% inflation. You tell me any grocery store you could have went where you have less than 10% increase in overall cost of the same cart from 5 years ago. Any grocery store. No. That's an incorrect number. That is not proper. They are lying. Period.
True.
Most groceries have went up by at least 50 to 100% of the original cost from 5 years ago. Or more.
Sure. I'm pretty sure this is primed enough.
Yeah, interest rates, Fitty, are way low. Your interest rates for your savings are low. Your interest rates for your loans are low. Complaining about the interest rate is kind of funny because, yes, you're correct there. I'm basing this off your core needs. Core needs in inflation's core needs, food. Have to have food. Right.
Yeah, Fitty, I mean, I get, the cost is going to go up as wages go up. That's understandable, but they took advantage of COVID happening and they jacked the prices up way more than they needed to.
And never dropped them back down.
And
all
they
the way.
never dropped them back down. Like, if you're increasing the cost of goods equally to the cost of wages going up, that's one thing, but they're not. The cost of goods is going way higher, way faster, and that's what makes it
Well,
a
it
struggle.
depends. It depends. The electronics have come back down. Some of them are actually as cheaper.
Well, yeah, because everybody's already bought it, so that they don't have to jack the prices up now.
It's the food. It's the food thing. That's where the inflation rate is incorrect. And I've actually heard, I'm not going to get into the whole politics too deep, but I've heard politicians within the past 5 years multiple times say, well, the cost of inflation at the supermarket is only a little bit. And it's like, you've been shopping lately? These are people that are obviously not on a budget for shopping groceries. Obviously. Yeah.
I mean, the creamer we get, it used to be 99 cents. Now it's like up to over $1.50.
And that's cheap ass creamer.
All right, so
Store brand.
here's the thing. Harvest waffles. She told me to let her know how it goes, right?
Mhm.
The caramel apple and the spices in this, fantastic, amazing, super creamy. I love it. However, the waffle component, take this with a grain of salt because everyone's palate is slightly different. I don't think I'm a fan of the Mullenberry Belgian waffle because it just tastes like fucking rubber and burnt tires to me.
I don't love it either. I can use it, but I don't love it.
Yeah. So, I think overall, like in this recipe, like if the non-waffle or um maybe like TPA pancake was probably used, then it might be better. But I don't think the Belgian waffle is the right pick for this.
Belgian waffle as an additive can be very useful if used right, but I don't like it as my main waffle. No.
Yeah. Because I can't share, I'm gonna send you the recipe. Actually,
You send it to
actually,
the other again, so I have to open it again.
yeah, you're gonna have to open.
Nature flavor pancake. You're not the first one to mention that either, CJ. That's a good one. Wonder flavor is a little more on the buttery, almost
I'll make it.
undercooked side.
I'll make it easier for you. I'm gonna post it in the Zoom chat so you
Oh,
can just
that'd be
pull
so
it
much
directly
easier.
from there. You're welcome. That's the harvest waffle. Now, also to be fair, she also was testing this at a much lower wattage than I was as well. So that might also have something. Well, that definitely has something to do with it. I'm using
That
mechanical.
picture's cool.
Yeah, isn't it? I'm using a mechanical, whereas she's only testing things that, you know, 0.35 ohms at 50 watts on a direct lung, where my stuff is a 0.11 at probably like 120 watts because it's mechanical, right? So that
You get
obviously is
that.
that's obviously gonna change the flavor, right? So that's why I'm saying again, take it with a grain of salt, right? It might work better in a lower wattage. I'm not saying that it doesn't, right? I'll definitely try it in something else and see if it's any different. Um, but out of a mechanical, at least, the the Belgian waffle gives me a weird burnt rubber flavor. It's not. I'm not like a fan of it. Yeah. So
Sorry. I was just responding to CJ because you were talking. Yeah, that's how I'd prefer my waffle. And so nature flavors might be one. I'd rather be able to adjust my own levels of butter and syrup the way I want rather than have it predetermined. It has to be overload.
Butter roll.
For sweet apple filling, caramel, classic Belgian. Oh, see, yeah, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't get along with it. Great. For me,
no,
that classic Belgian waffle turned out high just doesn't. Country apple at 3, SSA cloud cream at 0.5, whipped cream at 1, sugar cone. That would help though. Sugar
yeah.
cone, I
I
can
mean,
see
the
that
rest
helping.
of it, fantastic, absolutely amazing, really good. Like nice, like rich, sort of like syrupy, like caramel apple filling sort of vibes going on with it. It's just the Belgian waffle that throws off the rest.
See, for
Again,
me, the Belgian waffle I
I'm
always add
using
is
it out of a
additive.
mechanical, so it might be different, right? Because again, if you look at her,
Push it.
if you look at her notes,
Now,
if
where
you
is it up here? Yeah, they're using
scroll
NMB
up,
5 chroma and
yeah,
Anova.
yeah, if
50
you're
watts, the highest.
right, so that obviously is gonna be different. So
Like that.
I I'm gonna try and put it in this reload S,
That looks it.
just because I'm only using it at 60 watts, so it'll be a little bit closer to what she was already using. And this is at 0.31 ohms, so that way I can hopefully get closer to what she was tasting. But I don't know, we'll see. Again, everyone's palate is different, so you never know.
Exactly. That's why I kind of like the way that CJ is describing the nature flavors. That for me would be better because you can make it to your palate.
Yeah,
It's like don't get me wrong, TFA pancake is kind of delicious, but you really have to want that maple syrup. You have to, and you have to be okay with your coils being gunked in 5 minutes.
yeah. Let me make sure there's no like other flavor in here right now so it doesn't throw shit off. No, but I'm gonna re-wick it anyways just to be safe because I have used this.
Vinny, I'm not arguing about that. I think that the increase in wages being such an extreme in the way they set it up for people to make it so they're covered, the covering is so overdone that it actually, if it's taken advantage of, hurts our economy.
You know what I also noticed is that we get paid way better on the East Coast than anyone gets paid in the West Coast. Like our wages are higher.
Hmm.
Like if I went, here's the thing: if I went back to Arizona, right, just for example purposes, the starting price when I first moved, I don't know what it is now, right, but the starting amount when I first moved to New York in 2021 was like $17 an hour working at McDonald's, bro. If I went back to Arizona, you know what they make? Fucking like 11.50.
I don't have the nature flavors, CJ, but as far as the pancake and waffle flavors we've had so far, they're all right, but there's definitely some serious room for improvement. Nature flavor, the answer, maybe. Definitely would prefer to do it. Yep.
Yeah.
Cola used right can help. A little crispy note. Again, though she's using it in like pod systems, that higher percentage that she's using in the pod that she's showing, that could also be a factor too.
Yeah, and
Not,
that's again why I'm re-wicking this reload because I'm only using this at 60% or 60 watts rather. On a you know, what's it reading
I
at
mean,
right
the
now?
only one of
At a
these that,
0.31, so it's relatively close to like what she's using.
and two of the three she's using are restricted direct lungs, and only one direct lung, that's only a 50 watter. So that might be, actually might need that extra. Whereas like most open systems, that classic Belgian waffle is going to really be a puncher. Three and a half. But with that setups, I could see that. Like if you're using, and if I used it in like the Caliburn, or if I used it in even in the Exos Cross, see it definitely being a better system. I mean, filling caramel apple filling, that is country apple. That just sounds.
Oh, can I Rocky?
Hey, Rocky. Yeah, it's hard to get into that city. I get it. There's so many weird things. Yeah, minimum wage is $15. Holy crap! And you wonder why it cost you $10 for a burger, McDonald's. That's why.
All right. I have a serious question for you, Tim. Did you
Yes.
want me to save you some of that maple bourbon cheesecake? Because there's like only 5 to 10 mils left.
Go ahead and finish.
Okay.
I'm not worried. I'm sure I'll get more. Plus, actually, once the one I mix the Rocky steeps out, I think that's gonna be even better in a couple.
Just because the minimum wage is 15 an hour in Arizona doesn't mean that's what people get paid. I've seen people get paid way below that.
A softball. I'm trying to remember. There's something I didn't like about it, but I don't remember what it was.
Like Arizona's crazy with their wages. Like my brother has a fucking degree in computers and works for a computer company, and still only makes like I don't know $24 an hour or something.
Soft waffle. I waffle with butter, and I have crisp waffle. I have the soft waffle. Probably notes are on either the you have on it or they're on the other hard drive that salvage from the old PC.
Oh, I agree with you, City. Yo, some of these companies out here, like crazy with illegal shit.
Well, what they've done around here is in some cases they can pay you less than minimum wage, like a lot of the companies have done lately to try and stop from raising their prices as much. But then there's a mandatory tip at the counter, play tip. You cannot choose zero. It's some of the places around here.
No, they're not, Fitty. McDonald's is not actually a pretty good company. I can 100,000% guarantee that.
I hated working for McDonald's.
I put in almost 10 years at that fucking store. And they treated me like shit.
That's what it was. The crisp in the waffle butter was not the right butter. I mean, there's still room for improvement. Some flavor. I mean, a chocolate waffle from Mullenberry wasn't terrible, but not really waffle. I didn't get waffle out of it as much as I got some kind of bakery dessert, like base. Yeah, that's true. That's another problem. Depending on where you're at, we've seen this in food quality. Popeyes, one near DC, Maryland, terrible. One in Troy, New York, excellent.
To say that one down there was terrible is an understatement. Just saying.
Was probably
It
the
was
worst
bad.
fried chicken I've ever had in my life. Legit establishment. Hi guys. I'm still, the one tonight that's really the standout for me for weird and interesting is still that pear cheesecake. That is a very strange choice. I'm so curious.
I don't know.
Yo, what the fuck?
I don't know. What the fuck?
Hmm. Yeah, depending on who owns each franchise, because it's not. Remember, franchises are not all completely equal like you think they are. You've seen it working at Subway, hun.
I have.
Whether working at one side of the franchise or the other one that was a different franchise, completely different everything.
Yep.
The way that
Another company that screwed me over.
did lied to you. That's a life. Life moves on. We do the best we can. Just be aware of the groceries. Some of it's the owners sometimes that micromanage, and sometimes it's just management. Sometimes it's just unfortunate where you're at. Some,
And then sometimes it's the employee and their perspective. That does actually happen. I'm not saying that happened to Kathy, but that does happen.
I do miss having a decent Subway down the street, the end of the street, 24 hours. I do miss that option. But back when
I
it
miss
was
having
ran
a
well,
decent Subway in general.
Yeah.
yeah, they have went downhill. Until it's an election year, we get into some of the weirdest conversations. It always happens during election year because tensions get high everywhere, and like people like to point fingers.
Look, I'm not saying other franchises might not be better, but for me to have put in 10 years at this restaurant, for the manager to turn around and say, whatever, I'm glad you're giving your 2-week notice. We don't need you here anyway. And then watch them fail miserably when they had to hire 4 people to replace me because they couldn't run their drive-through without me feels a little justified. A little vindication there.
Go on there, motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
The Dunkins I worked at, they overworked me and tried to get me to do the manager job without giving me the position, which I didn't want and told them I wasn't taking that responsibility, but they still kept pushing it on me. And when I went out of
Fiddy's got a
work,
point. Fiddy's got a point, though. That was your manager. I have to agree. Meeting him, a person.
oh yeah, but they lost like half their customers at that Dunkin' because nobody else could make their coffees. Like I'm a damn good worker. I just get shit on a lot. And yes, my boss
even
at
when I
McDonald's
went
was a
in and
dick.
got a coffee while I waited for you, if someone else made the coffee, it was a 50-50 chance it's gonna be fucked up, and they knew who I was. They still messed it up. It was pretty bad. The consistency there was pretty bad at that Dunkin'.
Dude,
No
you know how many times I've sat there watching one of the customers walk back in with the look on their face, and I'm like running out back because I know that cup is gonna fly. And I don't want to get covered in it. And I'm like, shit. I run out back. I hear the crash. I go out. I say, you clean that up. I got this. I make their coffee. They're happy. They go. There are people that if I wasn't working would turn around and walk back out the door because they knew they weren't going to get a decent cup of coffee.
That falls under what Fiddy was saying. Getting good employees these days is difficult sometimes. And this area is pretty bad. There's a few good employees, but it's more not.
There's a reason that my boss from the gas station calls me once in a while and be like, can you come work for me again? And I'm like, no.
All right. It's not any better out of there.
No, that sucks.
It's only the Belgian waffle that's doing it.
Everything else in there looks absolutely delicious, and the Belgian waffle
it's
can
amazing.
work. But I don't.
It really is. I'm pretty sure if I sub that out for like a better, like waffle pancake sort of flavor, it would be better. But it's just that mullenberry that like gives me that weird like chemical fucking rubber taste. It's gross.
It isn't bad for me low, but it's pushed higher like that. Get off. It's one of those flavors that back in the day you could bend it. It worked, sort of.
Yeah.
Now there's better options for things.
Yeah. So that's the
That's
only
true,
thing.
Mao.
Yeah, I think subbing out the classic Belgian waffle is what needs to happen, and it'll make it a better beer. Everything else needs to stay the way it is. Just change the Belgian waffle.
Or just drop the Belgian waffle a little bit. Try like 2%. See if you like it better.
Yeah, CJ said he gets the same thing.
Mm-hmm. I do too. And I will admit, some of these flavors didn't bother me as bad before I started doing all the flavor testing, because you start to get like a palate that you get picky with stuff, and then some of the flavors you used to be able to use, you're like, why did I use that and like it so much? It's no different than going to DIY from commercial. At one time you thought this commercial liquid was great. You go back to it, it's like, I used to like this.
Yeah, we've done that a few times. Be like, oh, this was my all-day vape. I just want a bottle of it just for memory. And then you get a bottle and it's
nostalgia. I used to like this?
No, thank you.
That's just making, let's see.
I'm not making nothing. I was testing the Harvest waffle from Take Me to the Queen.
I think we do have in our community is special. We do have not to say everybody has everything in their ducks in a row, but you know what? We have enough support that usually helps people get through things and try to work. I love this community for that. not common, the larger community, to have this much of a care about each other and try to figure things out and work together. Just think about the show, the hashtags, the way that we've been working with the flavors, the way that we see the flavors develop and people mixers grow. If we could get a business to work that smoothly, you'd be in a Fortune 500 within 2 years. If you could get a business to work that smoothly. I wish businesses work that smooth. You have to care about your job and what you're doing and you're trying to create.
Yeah. So
And on that note, we will get out of here for the day and relax. And then we got to go over the S episode Tuesday, right?
Yes.
And then, so I don't get killed, seldom or never use flavors will be next Saturday, followed by the following week. Single source will be the following week, the last Saturday of every month, which will also have another giveaway, our contest giveaway, which will be a flavor name. Wait to see that day how we do it. And try different ways and try to see which ways everybody likes best. We got to go through all the trials and see, and then I'm going to give you guys a vote to see which way you like best to try and narrow it down. I'm going to try something new again this next time. Different, similar way. It's still going to be through the website. Messenger, because it's instantaneous, and that is important in order to do a first answers. I'm also going to be possibly working on another giveaway at some point on a different one of the shows where it'll be off. It can be like replay crew situation. Doesn't have to be someone that just watches live because most of the views are on replay. They always are.
No worries, Tabitha.
People watch them all over. No worries, Tabitha. Sorry, where I was heading. Man, we love you, Tabitha. We're not doing this on purpose, I swear.
We want to wait until next Saturday to announce that following Tuesday show, right?
Yes. There will be a special following Tuesday show to break up the alphabet for 1 week. It's going to be something completely different than we expect it to be. It's going to be unique, different, and we'll see if everybody likes it. I don't want to give away too much because it is going to be a little bit of a shock surprise thing.
Yeah,
comes
Tim's going to Voop live. That's what it is.
God damn it, Duchess. Why do you have to
Well, you
give it
know,
away?
Duchess, weirdly, that could happen. But not while I'm on camera. So, yeah. Anyhow.
Listen, you are not going to loop during a live or on a live.
All right. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting. We're gonna do a couple little fun things just to change it up.
On a brand new bidet. That's what it is.
Ooh, that's tickles.
No, he can't do that because Bob might be here for that, and you know what kind of comments we'd have going for that.
All I can think, we know it. We know who we're thinking of. R.I.P. Matt Sister. Love you, brother. And know that's what was going through your head too.
Mine, no. I just really like my bidet. Listen, there's nothing better than a good blast of a bee hole in the morning.
Thank you, Duchess, for being here again tonight. Thanks for the super chat, little dancing dude. That was actually pretty cool. What's that again?
From Seymour, $49.99.
Seymour. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it does. I do love to see that, and it does help. It all adds up. It helps me reach a little farther with flavor. Get some more of the new releases. Gonna focus on them a lot. We are gonna do like the first one we go over for another ranked episode that isn't new releases. Gonna be major profiles. Gonna go over Raspberry. But eventually that's gonna be one of those things that's gonna be in Patreon, gonna be a vote thing. But remember, those votes are gonna count for if you do the free. There's a free tier in there. You can join, you don't even have to pay any money. Does it help? Yes. Do you have to? No. Made that on purpose because I want it to be a community site more than anything. But yeah, that's happening, and yeah, have fun, keep mixing, and let's see some more really awesome recipes. Yeah.
Don't forget, for the remaining of the month, you can always head over to Full City Flavors and use the code Candy Grape 10.
Thank you.
For 10% off instead of 6% off with AARP. Yep. And then Bob's not here, but I'm pretty sure he's playing video games. Go find Bob. Go watch him.
The
Anyways,
yeah,
have a
the
good
Candy
night.
Grapes
Sayonara,
10 isn't
Collector.
affiliated with me. That's actually just a code that's actually better than mine. I want you guys to always save the most money. It doesn't matter whose code it is. It matters if something's being promoted for a short period of time and I know about it, I'm going to try and pass that on. Just until the end of the month, and it's on flavorings only, but I think most of their codes only work on flavorings only anyways, or at least believe. I'm not sure how exactly that's set up. Know that all the codes work on flavorings, but I know for sure.
Yeah. So
Thank you, Mal, though. Look, a super chat. Thank you, Mal.
yeah. So have a good one. Sayonara. Cha cha cha. We're out.
All right. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Get that out of your ass, Dutchie.